Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Oscar Buzz. And look who's back. Thomas
Look
is
who's
here
back. Look who's the
once
prodigal son
again.
returns. The prodigal son returns.
After he was in America, avoided me
I
like the
was.
plague.
I did.
But
America's a big country. Big country, in case you didn't notice
wait,
already.
really? Let's jump in. I'm ready to just
100%.
go ahead.
I'm
We're gonna
the
start
same.
out with Best Picture. A lot has changed. Like
A
Killers of the
lot.
Flower Moon's moved. Rustin is moved. We got all of the lineups for fall festivals: Toronto, Venice, New York. There's a lot to consider. There is a lot to consider. I mean, even like the HCA awards have happened, which I know aren't like that big of a deal, but like
But that's still a thing. They're still,
they're
an
a lot to
indicator
talk about.
somewhat. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. All right, let's go right into Best Picture. I still have Women Talking winning. I have
Okay.
no reason to like. Why should I change? It
No,
was being
no.
fought over for all the festivals. It's getting the Toronto premiere. We got the first image. It looks good. Maverick is
Yeah.
outside of Thomas's house again,
I
and
know.
yeah, I think it will have the most passion.
Yeah, and I mean, there's no reason to change that. Unlike with mine, I have changed my Best Picture winner because there was not negative, criticisms with the film, but more maybe this isn't an Oscars thing. Directed at Empire of Light, which was my previous winner, so I did switch up a little bit. But yeah, no reason to change when we're talking. I guess if you still want to have that as your winner,
So what do you have?
Bardo. I've done it. I put Bardo in. I think
Ooh,
it's about time Netflix has a winner. It's about time Netflix has a winner. You know,
interesting.
came close with Roma, very close with Roma in 2018. 2019, obviously they didn't really have a winner, but they had Irishman and Marriage Story there, and they've just been knocking on that door for quite a while now. And last year
So
probably the front
Inarritu with
runner.
the second. Inarritu
Inarritu
with the
was
second
second.
picture.
It's also been a while since Inarritu's won. Like in 2014's, we've seen this complaint about, oh, is it too recent? Like Francis McDormand completely threw that one out the window, in my opinion. And I think it'll be Bardo. And we'll get into more tech
Okay.
stuff that it might be winning, some above the line stuff that we'll get into later. It should be interesting.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow. Wow.
I know.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Big stuff.
So
Big
like,
stuff.
okay, we'll get into director in a second, but like, do you think he could win his third director Oscar in
I, I,
7 years?
I don't think he's gonna win his
Okay.
third director.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Okay.
No.
But interesting. Okay. Okay. So I assume that we have the same top 8. I think that there is a relatively
Yeah.
good 8. So the rest of my 8 in order, I have Everything Ever All at Once, Babylon, The Fablemans, Bardo, The Sun, Empire of Light, and then Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah, so I have second Bardo, third The Fablemans, fourth Everything Everywhere All at Once. So
Wait,
that's just
second
yeah,
Bardo?
second Babylon. Oh, Babylon,
Oh,
sorry.
Babylon. Okay, sorry.
Similar names. 5 The Sun, 6 Empire of Light, 7 Women Talking, 8 Top Gun Maverick. So yeah, same name. Which it's the strongest 8 at the moment. So
I mean, also Top Gun, like, is just
yeah,
probably in. It is now,
I
I think,
know,
the 6th highest grossing film of all time. And
yeah,
before you all say Spider-Man No Way Home, before you all
but
say
I
Avengers
mean,
Endgame, this is like,
received so much better than them.
and also, I mean, speaking of him, there he is again, Maverick at just
Yeah,
outside.
shall I close my window?
But anyways, yeah, like it's like a massive box office success, and
100%.
also like it's actually a technical achievement what they did with the sound design, the cinematography, the editing. Like it is a technical achievement of a film.
And it's
Just
a
with
film
how they
critics
shot some
loves,
stuff. Like yeah,
audiences love. It's just, and like they always, it's the Oscars. They will want to have some sort of blockbuster. And I mean, the views are
absolutely.
declining. Top Gun Maverick maybe will be the thing to save you. Who knows?
I don't know. I think it. I just think it makes sense. I mean,
It does make sense.
as you brought up, Empire of Light, I've dropped as well. It might. I mean, and not just saying this because Olivia Colman, but like she's playing the schizophrenic. It feels more like a lost daughter type thing. I still have it in picture as of now, but like I
Yeah,
could
because I
totally
do
see it
think,
just
but I
like
do think it
actor,
equally has.
screenplay, cinematography.
Yeah, I do think it also has like score as well.
Yeah,
You can throw in there, so it has more technical nominations than Lost
right.
Daughter. So I'd still put it in picture.
But it doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't feel
No.
like that big of a thing. Like I don't think
It doesn't
Mendez is a
scream
director
winner.
thing.
No, I've taken them out completely. Yeah.
Like it just it just doesn't feel like it.
No, I agree.
Not at all. So number 9, I've gone with Elvis.
I'd same. Yeah, as we said, like seems like we're the only two people predicting Elvis in picture, but it's got actor as a lot nomination, maybe winning.
Maybe a
It's
win.
got
Yeah.
It's got technical nominations as well. It just looks stronger than people think. It also made a bunch of money. That's the thing. Yeah.
Box office
It
bets.
just again,
I mean,
just feels right.
Warner Brothers, Like they have
Yeah.
since 2010, they have gotten 13 Best Picture nominees.
Yeah.
Since 2006, they have gotten a nominee in every single year except for 2016.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be
So
hard to
like,
deny. It is. If it gets nominations it wants, why would it not be in picture?
and again, this is assuming like it's. I think it's quite clearly at this point going to be Warner Brothers' top push. I don't
Yeah.
think Don't Worry Darling's going to be stronger than it unless it just gets like 85 plus on Metacritic. Then I guess maybe we're like, okay, maybe Don't Worry Darling. But like, no, Elvis is going to be the top thing. It isn't going to be the Batman. It's going to be Elvis. As we said, it has actor. We could also be looking at like costumes, production design, sound, also editing if they
Yeah.
really want to go for it.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
But like, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I also think it could be winning makeup. In all honesty, if this is
Yeah,
winning
because makeup
actor
looks
makeup,
pretty slim. It looks pretty slim right now.
it does. It does. And this fits into the biopic acting nom.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
And like
it
Austin
just
Butler's a very serious game. Like Austin Butler could win. There is nothing stopping Austin
oh
Butler winning.
yeah.
So there's that as well.
Like guys, just watch him Rami Malek. Watch him win the Golden Globe for actor drama. Watch him upset like Jackman or Fraser or
Yeah,
whoever's like the front runner at that point, and watch him just like walk his way to the Oscar. I mean we'll get to actor, but like I don't know. Elvis is like a thing. Elvis is very much a thing, and I mean I didn't love the movie. I thought it was like
yeah,
fine, but
yeah.
like it makes
And it's
sense.
like it's received mixed reviews, but equally films have gotten in off worse reviews. So
And it has
it,
passion behind it too. It isn't
exactly,
like
yeah,
a dull mix. Like this movie has a
yeah,
fan base. I
yeah,
mean, everybody and their mother who is an Academy member is like praising Austin Butler's performance.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know. It could definitely be a thing. It could definitely be a thing.
It could. It could.
Number 10, I have Triangle of Sadness.
We're lined up. Same. I
All
put it in.
right.
I put it in. You know, it's
So,
it's that pick. It's a sleeper pick.
mhm. It's the Cannes Film Festival pick. It is it is the snobby pick. It's the drive my car. It's
Yeah,
this is the critics' darling. I think that's gonna slide its way into there. Even though like the critics, the on Metacritic it's like mixed, but like so are most Austin films. I mean, everybody who like I've heard who's like seen it at Cannes like just loved it, and the buzz on the ground
yeah,
is insane. Like I won the Palme d'Or. Like
yeah, yeah.
yeah. I mean, I think that Neon will be able to get it in.
Yeah, it's going to full festivals as well, so it will hopefully
Yep.
keep picking up that buzz. And all it just needs to do what Drive My Car did: pick up critics group nominations, and then hopefully
Yep.
that leads into bigger things, and then maybe that leads into the Oscars. We'll see. But it's not a strong number 10 right now for me. There
Yeah.
are still a couple of other things that you do have to be wary about, but currently I've got it in, and I feel pretty comfortable with that.
Me too. I like this 10 for the most part. This 10 just makes the most sense to me because
Yeah.
just outside I have She Said.
Okay.
And that was just confirmed. It is going to Fall Fest. It's going to New York.
Yeah.
So that was just
Yeah.
confirmed recently.
I just don't know if that's a best picture thing. I really
I
don't.
agree. It makes more sense for acting and maybe screenplay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, there's Tar as well. I had that in
Yeah.
last time. It looks like the Spencer. It looks maybe too artsy. Maybe it's just actress and score.
Yeah, yeah, and like Avatar as well
Um,
is there equally.
yeah,
I thought about putting that in, but then I saw Top Gun Maverick there as well, and like, are they going to put two major blockbusters in there when you've
I
already
mean,
got other things like Elvis and Everything Every All at Once that will also box office stories? Like, I imagine Avatar will make money, but equally, will it be as beloved as a thing like Top Gun Maverick? I don't know. So
I
I
mean,
sort
people
of I sort of see either one or the two getting in, and like, it's very hard to deny Top Gun Maverick for me.
It's interesting. So there's actually the Oscar expert on Twitter. He's talking about Top Gun Maverick, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, Avatar: The Way of Water, and Glass Onion and Knives Out Story, which are like four big
Yeah.
sequels that are major contenders. I mean, the last time a sequel was nominated, I think, was Toy Story 3. I mean,
Mm.
yes, there's like Black Panther, Joker, which were franchise movies, but you have like Toy Story 3. You have The Godfather Part 2 and then like the Lord of the Rings sequels. Like it's very
Yeah.
few and far between that you have like sequels getting in. So like, but the overall consensus on that Twitter poll was that two of them were going to get in.
Two of them. Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, Avatar's for me is definitely the strongest of those. That
What
list.
about
I
Black Panther? I like Black Panther. If it
don't
can
know.
recapture what the first one did and pick up similar, like even if it's not winning, like costumes, production design, score, like they nominated John Williams like 7 times over the course of Star Wars franchise. So like if it gets score, if it gets a song nom, because again, reportedly Kendrick Lamar is doing the soundtrack again.
Okay.
And then if it's getting costumes and production design, which would make sense off the trailer, and maybe it's VFX because I think that this makes the most sense out of any
Yeah,
Marvel film to get VFX. Like, that's 5 nominations. And if it's
yeah,
pulling at people's heartstrings and making them cry, like maybe Wakanda
yeah.
Forever's an outside
I
shot.
mean, the Avatar, I think's got a better narrative. I mean, it's what 10 years in the making at this point, 12, 30. I can't do maths. But it's been a while since the first Avatar. James Cameron's been working on it for ages and ages, and he's a big name. And I think
Yeah.
it's also got more secured tech noms. Like I can very easily see
Yeah.
Black Panther just not getting nominated in all of those categories, whereas some things like Avatar just
Avatar's
will
winning
be nominated.
VFX. It's
Exactly.
winning
It's
VFX. Like it's
very likely to win a thing like nominated for a thing like production design. And
yeah.
the tech noms for a film like that are a lot more secured than they are for a film like Black Panther, which for me makes
Yeah.
it a lot stronger at this point. But
For sure.
maybe Black Panther could be a thing. I just think this is the thing we're talking about now that actually just won't come to fruition at all.
Other things in there, you have the whale. I just
Yeah,
don't feel good about it. Just with the
No.
concept, like Aronofsky is not a subtle filmmaker.
No.
With it being an obese man who ran away from his family for his gay lover and then his daughter trying to reconnect, like that is going to be the most sloppily and dare I say like offensively handled thing ever in the hands of Aaron.
Yeah.
Like it is screaming to be film Twitter's villain.
Yeah, as I said to you, like the only reason I have any sort of anticipation for this is that Aronofsky made a good film in 2000 with Requiem for a Dream, and it's A24. That's the only reason I have any anticipation for it.
Yeah. Also Black Swan. Like he also.
Oh yeah,
Black
he did
Swan's
make that
quite
song.
good.
He did make that song. Yeah, Requiem for Dreamers
But
though, it's a masterpiece, that film.
okay. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't see the whale as a picture thing. You have
No.
Till. The trailer just didn't look great to me. It
Yeah.
looked very flat. I could even just see Till being completely ignored. Like
I have
even
it completely wrong. Yeah,
even
I'll spoil
Yeah.
thing, but yeah.
I also have Deadweiler getting ignored. Banshees of Inisherin. The trailer looked fun, just not a best picture thing.
No. It's an interesting
and then,
one though,
like-
because I do have it in a couple of places that you might think would, maybe that correlates to best picture, but I don't think so.
Yeah. There's White Noise that's going to be boom or bust. I just do not feel confident about it right now. You have I Want to
No.
Dance with Somebody. Decision to Leave, which was officially submitted as Korea's
Yeah.
pick.
I think,
still
like,
yet to see
Triangle
whether
Sadness
Japan will go
is-
with Broker.
Yeah.
But
But Triangle Sadness is a lot more likely to be the can pick than Decision to Leave.
So I don't know if there's really much else that we could consider. I don't know. I like our 10.
Yeah, pretty solid 10 at this point. I mean, you didn't mention the greatest beer run ever, of course, which Apple's top priority.
Yeah.
Former Best Picture winning director,
I mean, it's his follow-up.
Going to full festivals, Oscar Beatty premise. It's got to be in the conversation at least. Like, surely.
I don't know. The trailer looked really goofy and dumb, but
I know. Sure, I still just want to give it a mention because it's ticking a lot of boxes in terms of sort of best picture thing. I don't have it in anywhere currently. I think it'll be terrible personally, but it's still a thing.
As was Green Book, but
Well,
but no, I don't know. I think maybe Russell Crowe's just the Ben Affleck and the tender bar of the season.
Yeah,
like he
maybe.
gets like SAG and Globes, and then that's it for supporting actor.
Yeah,
but like it is Apple's top thing, and I just don't know what to do with that.
Apple won last year. I mean,
they just won.
They didn't really win. I mean, the code was a film won. Like Apple didn't do much for that, but still, I mean, it's an interesting thing we still have to consider.
Especially like we know that Napoleon for sure isn't coming out now. Otherwise, they would have announced it. Like I don't know.
I'm like, they're not going to push Char Char real smooth. They're not going to push that. So this is their top priority.
Even though they should be pushing Cha Cha real smooth for supporting actors and screenplay, but
they won't.
They won't. It will be Jesus. Is that? All right, let's talk about best director.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have Damien Chazelle winning right now.
Same. I've got Damien Chazelle winning. I think
is he going to win his second Oscar this soon?
I mean, I don't know though. You look at the other people that I've got 2 and 3, and their votes are Spielberg. I mean, he's won enough to see sort of things. He does not.
But
need
this
best
is also going
win.
to be like the personal
Yeah, I've got a number 2. I
also have Spielberg number 2.
And then 3, I've got Iñárritu, who again, as we mentioned, he won director twice in a row.
Yeah.
Does he need it again? So I don't know.
Giselle, I don't know.
I also think like Babylon will be very directed movie. Like it's going to have a lot of stuff going on, and I
Well,
think
that's
him
my
as a
thought
director
process.
will get a lot of credit for it. Whereas for a film like The Fablemans, I think the acting will also play a big role in that film's sort of success, which is not untrue for Babylon as well, but still.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Babylon just it feels like it'll have very showy directing.
Exactly, yeah.
I have Polly at number 3.
Okay, I've got Polly 4.
Okay, so we just have those two switched. Polly and Inuritu because I have Inuritu 4. And then who do you have as your 5?
Ruben Ostlund. Ruben
Oh,
Ostlund.
okay. I did Daniels.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah.
I don't
Hey.
know how they're going to get ignored, honestly. Like if everything ever all at once is a picture thing, I don't know how you would nominate it for picture, but then also ignore Daniels for director.
Yeah, that is true. But I mean, I put this was again sort of just sort of I wanted a pitch lineup and I had to rework the nominations to fit that. And I thought I can't put Triangle of Sadness in based off of just and this is what is just screenplay. I couldn't do that.
I
So I
have,
wanted
and
to
I
give a
think you can.
director.
I have,
Really?
and I think you
Just
can.
screenplay.
Yes.
I think it
Yes.
needs something else. I think it needs something else.
Thomas,
And I think this is it.
Selma got a picture nom in A
Well,
Field
Selma
of
got
Hate off
yeah.
of Best Original Song.
Selma got nothing. That is fair. But
Like,
equally, Selma was like a sort of big deal, whereas Triangle of Sadness is a sort of international film that won't get as much eyes on it just by its existence. So I think
I
Selma
don't
didn't
know.
need as much. Whereas Triangle of
Nightmare Alley
Sadness, I wanted to
Nightmare
put it
Alley
in, and
got
I
in
thought
off of
it did need
Nightmare
something.
Alley got in off of cinematography, production design, and costumes.
That's Del Toro, though. That is like
Do you not think that
some
screenplay is
films
more?
I don't think need as much to get into a category like picture. Triangle of Sadness, I think personally, I have it in picture, obviously, and I do think it needs to warrant its existence there. And yeah, I feel like also the can director thing. There's always a can shock director thing
Yeah,
that
so
pops
I have
up.
him at
That's my
6,
one.
and that's the biggest thing that's been bothering me. But I don't want to take out Daniels, and I think that Pauly will get in. So I
Yeah,
really don't know what to do. Like Spielberg feels like the most snubbable, honestly.
he does at this point. He does. Like, thank God Martin Scorsese will not be released this year. I would not
Yeah,
know what to do if there was also
yeah,
Scorsese to throw in here. But yeah, I dropped Sam Mendes out as well. As we said, Empire of Light maybe just doesn't feel like a massive Oscar thing as we maybe did think before
yeah, yeah.
first
No,
initial
100%.
reaction came out for it. But yeah, I just feel good about Osland, and it's. I felt you'd be more pushing for than me, but there we go.
I have him at 6. I really want to put Daniels in, and like I have
Yeah,
Spielberg at 2, but like I could honestly just see Spielberg not being here, and it being
yeah, but we said that
Giselle,
about West.
Pauly, Inarritu, Daniels, Austin.
We
Like,
said
yeah,
that
and
about
I
West
know.
Side Story though, and he
Yep,
got in anyway. He got
he
in
got in
anyway
anyway.
because he's
So
Spielberg.
yeah, so I really don't know, but like I think they're definitely top 6. Outside of that, you have Mendez, you have Florian
Yeah,
Zeller for The Sun.
yeah, which I thought
Um,
about, but yeah,
Me too.
it's
It's
not
just
a big enough thing. I don't
too
think.
packed.
Yeah,
I mean, what else do you have? You also have, I mean, Todd Field for Tar, I guess. Maria Schrader, she
yeah,
said. You also have Park Chan Wook, Decision to Leave.
yeah. But I mean, if Decision to Leave isn't going to be the can sort of pick at the Oscars, it's not. That's not going to happen. I don't
Yeah,
think.
no, I agree, I agree. And then there's also Cameron.
Yes, there is. We can't forget James Cameron, which could be
So,
a thing as well.
but no, I think that our top 6 that we collectively have between our 6, like,
Yeah.
I think it makes the most sense. I guess there's Aronofsky.
I mean, if whale is a thing,
If the
maybe.
whale is a big thing, I just don't think it's going to be a
Even so,
thing.
even if the whale is a thing, I don't think that's a surefire pick. I really don't.
No,
I still think
I
that's
agree.
that's a outside shot.
Yeah, 100%. All right, let's talk about Best Actor. So I have Jackman winning
We're on
currently.
the same wavelength today.
All
Same.
right,
Jack and
all
winning.
right. I have Butler second,
Same.
and then I put Fraser third,
Same. I think the top four are probably going to match here.
and then Cacho fourth.
Yep. Yep. Those are the top four.
And then for fifth, I debated between a couple. I went for Farrell in
I
Banshees
went
of
for Farrell
Inisherin.
as well.
Well,
I
so we
went for
have
Farrell as
5.
well.
Okay, so we have
5
5
for
for
5.
5 matched up.
Yeah.
So yeah, so Jackman for now just makes the most sense for win. Again, I've been saying since the start, the EGOT narrative. Zeller just directed Hopkins to an Oscar. Like the play is very baity. This makes a
Yeah.
lot of sense. Butler, he has a bunch of passion. Fraser, I think, is third. I don't think it's between Jackman and Fraser. I don't think Fraser's going to come close to winning because I don't think that the whale is
No.
going to be very good.
No.
But
No.
I think it makes sense for him to still get nominated.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cacho, I fought for last time, and then with both DiCaprio and
I mean, yeah. He just sort
Domingo
of
dropping out, he
slipped
just
right in
slides
there.
up.
And
I
I mean,
mean,
I've got Bardo winning,
Inri too.
so
Yeah, Inarritu gets his people nominated. So, and it looks like the COVID thing isn't going to be
No,
it's going to be a
no.
non-factor. So why we've gone for Farrell? I think it's going to be the Andrew Garfield effect that was last year, where he had
Yeah.
4 big things coming out, and even though like all of them weren't like immaculately like well received, like he had like one that was particularly strong that was pushed in award season. I mean, he even has he has the superhero thing to match up Spider-Man and Batman. He has
Yeah.
the other awards thing that didn't pan out as well, as Tammy Faye, 13 Lives.
Yeah.
And then he has the weird indie that came out earlier in the year, Mainstream and After Yang.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
it's
perfect
almost a
narrative.
1 for 1.
Hands up. Yeah.
So he feels the most logical at this point.
Yeah. I do think there is something to say about Andrew Garfield being on the front of Oscars voters' minds at the exact right time. Like, he was in the biggest hit of December, the biggest hit of last year, which is the perfect sort of time to get your face in front of. Whereas, like, I guess the equivalent of Batman came out in March and wasn't. I mean, it didn't make as much money. It still made money, of course. It's a Batman film, but it was not Spider-Man No Way Home. So I do think that is a sort of a counterpoint against Farrell, which is weird to make, even though I've got him in. But yeah, like, I mean, we saw as well from the trailer, it looks like he's doing a lot of shouting, a lot of emotional shouting.
A lot of
He'll
shouting, a lot of crying.
He'll get his Oscar clip, and he looks like it'll be quite good.
I mean, also look at McDonough. His last film got 2 acting wins.
Yeah.
So, for McDormand and Rockwell. So yeah, other possibilities. I have very, very strongly considered, and I've talked to Thomas about this. Jim Parsons in spoiler alert: the hero dies. Like, it's going to be incredibly baity. He's spending his it's about the last year he spends with his husband before his husband dies of cancer. And it's like he's like struggling with it, but then it's also like kind of like like joyful and uplifting, and finding like the best of life, and like it's going to be so baity. It's from Michael Showalter, just directed Jessica Chastain to an Oscar win for Tammy Faye. I don't know, like Jim Parsons, multiple time Emmy winner. We've seen the transition from Emmy to Oscars a lot. I have him at number 6. I think that this is a serious thing.
My counterpoint to that is, and you only need one, I think, I have not heard anything about the film. Like, literally nothing about the film. I don't know. I think it'll be completely forgotten about.
Wait until we get a trailer.
I know I said about
It comes
Coda.
out in December.
I know.
It comes out in December. Like, it's getting... It goes limited December 2nd. It expands on the 9th and then goes wide on the 16th. So it's coming out right at the end of the year.
I mean, he's a very viable option. I mean, with the amount of people who've just gone from this category now, he's a very viable option, and he's up there. He is up there for me. But I just think I've not heard anything about it other than he's in it and he'll be doing a basic
the one thing that does kind of concern me is that there's no festival presence. But I don't know. It's probably gonna be Focus Features number 2 thing, if not their number 1, alongside Tar. So it'll be interesting. Also, Bill Nighy in Living, the trailer just dropped. He was like, I saw it at Sundance. He's very good. He's up to number 5 on Gold Derby, Thomas. He's number 5 on Gold Derby. I've
guaranteed BAFTA. Guaranteed BAFTA.
And again, BAFTA is the start of the year. No, BAFTA is the start of the year. Like, I'm just saying, BAFTA is the first ceremony of the year. Look what happened at SAG. Look what happened at SAG.
I don't know. I just think this is, again,
let him get the BAFTA nom.
Who's really watching Living? Like, I'll watch it but I just don't think this will be a thing either. I think pretty much a guaranteed BAFTA thing. Like, I'd be very shocked if this isn't BAFTAs. But equally, as you say as well, it's the start of a season. If he's not going to get anywhere else, which I don't think he will, he won't get Critics' Choice. He's very unlikely to get SAG. He's not going to be able to carry that momentum through. Like, unlike last year when BAFTAs was the last thing, and then you can sort of ride off that momentum, I guess, in a way.
Thomas?
It's a different thing. It's a different thing this year. Very interesting, though.
I'll remind you that Penelope Cruz did not get a single precursor nomination.
That is true. But equally,
if he's getting 1.
Yeah, I don't know. But equally, that was a major shock. And she was surging on Gold Derby right at the correct point. I don't know.
Look who's surging
I really don't know
right now.
Yeah, but at the right point. At the right point in time.
Just wait.
At the right point in time. He is not still going to be here. He is not still going to be here.
I'm not saying
in
he's going to be
February. He might still be here in BAFTAs. When BAFTAs roll around, he might shoot up. He might be number 4. But by the time the actual Oscars roll around, I think it's more like, put it this way, I think it's more likely Jim Parsons gets in than Bill Nighy.
I mean, I agree. I have him higher. There's also Christian Bale for Amsterdam. I just have Amsterdam getting shut out.
Yeah.
Adam Driver
Rightly
for
so.
White. Adam Driver for White Noise.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, it's opening TIFF. It's like one of the centerpieces at New York. I'm really curious. Like, I'm fascinated to see these reactions. We'll get them very soon. I think it premieres September 1st at Venice. So
nice.
Yeah, I'm really curious. There's also Diego Calva in Babylon.
Yeah,
I just think he's gonna get overshadowed.
Yeah, that is the main complaint about that one getting in. I completely agree. Like, you've already got maybe 2 winners already from acting in Babylon: Brad Pitt, Margot Robbie. So
I don't think Brad Pitt's gonna win, but he's definitely
no,
gonna
but he's definitely in the conversation for the
right.
winner. I still think, but yeah, I mean, I just don't see it happening for him.
Yeah. Then just other side things. You have Kelvin Harrison Jr. and Chevalier, which I brought up. Are you familiar with this at all?
Yeah, I've heard about it.
It's as follows, I believe. Chevalier de St. George. He's been described as the Black Mozart in the Caribbean in the 1700s, giving major Cyrano vibes. Could be a costume thing, very musical focused. Maybe. Song Kang-ho and Broker still there. Maybe he's the Penelope Cruz of the season, a film that wasn't submitted by their country, but still a very strong acting performance to get in by a very respected performer. Maybe. And then there's also, I hate to say it, but I put it on my short list. There's Harry Styles and My Policeman.
I thought you were going to say...
no, I'm not even going to say Zac Efron.
No, that's all right. Tom Cruise.
Oh, Tom Cruise.
About Tom Cruise.
No. Yes, there's Zac Efron, but Harry Styles was just announced to be TIFF's best actor. Pick.
Okay. Maybe.
I think they also announced Mendes for their director thing.
I mean, that makes sense, though, I guess.
But, like, the other thing with these TIFF tribute awards, they're really awards to the person, like, not necessarily the film. Like, they awarded Meryl Streep when she, like, I think was only, like, producing a film that year. So, like, it isn't like Venice where it's, like, awarding the film, or, like, Cannes where it's, like, awarding the performance in the film. They're tribute awards. They're decided before the films even show. So
yeah, I really struggle to believe Harry Styles will be a thing.
I'm just saying, it's Beatty. He's a star. He's going to be playing a gay police officer in 1950s London. Like,
yeah, but here's the problem. I don't think it'll be very good in the role.
That too.
So.
It looks very bad. But yeah. But no, we agree though. We agree on the 5.
We agree.
Just watch out. I did these 2 weird picks: Jim Parsons, Bill Nye.
For me, yeah.
Like,
Colin Farrell definitely feels like a placeholder pick right now.
Yeah.
Which is not a good thing to be.
Yeah. Best actress. I still have Robbie winning.
I still have her winning
second.
Well.
I just don't. Yeah.
I mean, my lineup for this didn't change. My lineup for this didn't change.
So I have Coleman 3rd.
Yeah.
Fire of Light. I have Blanchett 4th.
Yep.
And then I've got Naomi Ackie 5th.
Same. That is my top 5. And
it's McCartan. Like, it's Anthony McCartan.
Yeah. I think Deadweiler is still there, as we've mentioned. Carey Mulligan as well. Or I guess it's pretty ambiguous. It's pretty ambiguous what she said is actually who they're going to push for that. But for me, it's a pretty solid top 5 right now.
Yeah, like Robbie, she's overdue. Yo's going to have the narrative. Coleman gets in for absolutely everything.
She's gone. And she's playing like a schizophrenic.
Yeah. Cate Blanchett, I think it's going to be the Kristen Stewart of the year. We might have a scare at a couple of the precursors, but like she's going to get in. Like Todd Field's gotten 5 acting noms for 2 films. Like she's going to get in. She's also Cate Blanchett. She's like rivaling like the most Oscar noms by performance. Like she's just going to get in. And then Naomi Ackie, like initially, yes, there was the Jennifer Hudson argument.
But equally, that came out in September, and this is coming out in December.
And it's also Anthony McCartan.
Yeah.
If for those who are uninformed, Theory of Everything, Bohemian Rhapsody, like the 2 popes.
He writes for actors.
And he writes for actors.
He is an actor in his film.
Oh, also Darkest Hour. He's gotten 3 for every biopic he's done. I mean, also 2 popes got 2 acting noms. It didn't win anything. Yeah. But he's gotten 5 noms, 3 wins in 4 films for his actors. So like, Ackie just makes
wins as well. He gets wins as well.
Wins. 3 wins. Eddie Redmayne, Gary Oldman, Rami Malek. So yeah, I don't know. I think this 5 actually feels very logical. I have Deadweiler at 6. The Teal trailer just
I
didn't do much for me. It's world premiering at New York, so just hitting festivals.
Yeah. I also find it hard to believe Till would be the sort of thing to be a lone nominee in something like Actress. I think it feels more like
the screenplay's too saturated.
Yeah. I think it feels like more of a thing that it will get a lot of awards or it will just be forgotten about completely.
And like Goldberg, I mean, she was in the trailer for like half a second.
Yeah.
So I don't think that makes much sense. She'd just be the producer, like she'd be pushed for picture if anything.
Yeah.
As you mentioned, Carey Mulligan or Zoe Kazan. Until we know who it actually is,
Yeah, I find it hard to put either of them
yeah.
into anything right now.
You got Regina King and Shirley, which just after the test screenings, which reportedly were not very good, we just haven't heard a peep about it.
Yeah.
So we don't even have a release date yet. And then, like, what else? You have Viola Davis and The Woman King.
Yeah, but I heard that's actually it's quite more of a controversial film than I realized. So
Yeah.
maybe not.
Yeah. Florence Pugh, Don't Worry Darling, also just not going to be a
That's
thing.
yeah, no.
Ana de
As much
Armas
as I'd like to see
Blonde.
it. Yeah.
No, like it would be weird if Blonde happened. We'll just put it that way.
Yeah.
I think that Jessica Chastain and The Good Nurse is just going to get completely forgotten about a week after it comes out.
Yeah. I mean, why would they need to do Chastain again? Like they
So
literally just did it.
you have Lawrence and Causeway, Jennifer Lawrence and Causeway. So it was originally titled Red, White, and Water. A veteran struggling with PTSD and brain damage as she's trying to recover and reacclimate to life. It's A24. It's coming out at the end of the year. It's going to be very baity from Jennifer Lawrence, a 4-time nominee with a win. It's something to keep an eye on. It feels like maybe a random SAG nom or Critics' Choice nom.
Maybe.
I
Equally,
don't
it's something
know
that I
about.
always forget about its existence. And if me,
Yeah,
someone who looks a lot into these things, spends a lot of time on Oscar predictions,
yeah.
if I'm constantly forgetting this film exists, what are Oscar voters going to be thinking?
I agree. So I think the actors is like, as of now, cut and dry with the 5. Robbie,
Yeah.
Yeoh, Coleman, Blanchett, Aki. They feel the most logical.
Yeah.
Supporting actor. Listen, I don't feel good about it, but what else am I supposed to do other than Ke Huy Quan?
That's the exact same thought process I had. I was like, is it going to be Pitt? Probably not. I guess it's Ke Huy Quan then. I guess
Yeah.
what else are you going to do?
What else are you going to do here? And what a narrative. What a story.
Yeah.
A child actor takes a break, comes back with a knockout performance. He's the heart of the film. Like, this makes sense. It actually makes sense. And who else are you going to put there? Like, yes, he feels like a bit of a placeholder, but also...
Yeah, I would agree with that. Like, I'm not confident about this in any way.
Yeah, no, I agree. But, like, hey, like, what else? I mean, I would love to see it happen. I think he'd be completely deserving of an Oscar for this.
Yeah. I mean, we'll need to see the other films because the rest of the actors, we've not seen their films yet, so who knows. But right now, he's probably, I'd say, my favorite supporting actor.
I'm just saying, like, the performance alone, it's Oscar worthy.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Regardless of a comparison to other performances. So,
yeah.
I find myself like, why not? Why not Ke Huy Quan?
Yeah.
Elsewhere, Brad Pitt, Babylon, he's in. Just definitely, I've at number 2. Seth Rogen and The Fabelmans, I still have.
I mean, I've still got him in there. People seem to just be ignoring him. I'm still not giving up on the idea of him getting in.
I agree. He makes so much more sense than Dano. Like, guys.
Well. Hold that thought.
Okay. But do we not remember what happened last year with Belfast?
We do. But equally, I still think there'll be a double nominee somewhere in the acting categories, and I think Fabelmans and supporting actor makes 100% the most sense.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't have any double nominees between supporting actor and supporting actress. I only have one in for The Sun. I only have one in for The Whale. I only have Rogen in for The Fabelmans. I mean, I only have one in supporting actress for Women Talking. I really struggle, but like it makes sense. Like statistically, it makes sense that there will be one. I just don't have one yet.
Yeah.
So yeah, my number 4 for supporting actor is Ben Whishaw for Women Talking.
Okay, I put Michael Ward in there instead for Empire of Light because I still think, as I say, Empire of Light. I think very much an acting sort of film, and screenplay as well. So I thought why not Michael Ward? Plus, great actor, so he deserves to get in.
And then my number 5, I have Zen McGrath for The Sun.
Okay, I did very seriously consider putting him in, but I did end up going with Paul Dano as number 5. Again, I'm not confident about that. I just thought statistics show there's usually a double nominee. Where am I going to put that? I guess maybe The Sun is my second, but I thought
Sun
the
makes more sense to me. The Sun makes more sense to me personally.
But I thought I like Brendan Gleeson. I also thought about putting in there. If you've got Colin Farrell in there, why not throw in Brendan Gleeson? But equally, I don't know if that'll be a thing.
Well, this is also a much more full category than Best Actress. Like supporting actors. Because like you also have Barry Keoghan in Banshees of Inisherin.
Yes, he did.
But like again, it feels a bit full. So yeah, I have Michael Ward at number 6.
Okay.
And then Brendan Gleeson / Barry Keoghan at number 7 for Banshees. I've got Russell Crowe at number 8. Like I said, I feel like he's gonna be the Affleck of the season
Yeah.
for Greatest Villain Ever. I have Dano all the way at 9.
Okay.
I don't know. It feels way more Rogan, and I feel like Dano's just like, when do the father characters in
Yeah.
stories like these ever get nominated? It's
But
always one of
equally,
the
as
more
I
classic,
did
like,
say, like it's known Spielberg had daddy issues, and Paul Dano is playing his father. I'm not going to say his daddy. That sounds a bit weird.
Daddy.
But Paul Dano is playing his father, and Jamie Dornan was playing the sort of heroic version of this Kenneth Branagh's father, who sort of was just there and was a good person. Whereas Paul Dano, I feel like this role will have more meat to it than Jamie Dornan's role did.
Maybe. It's definitely possible. What do we think about Woody Harrelson in Triangle of Sadness?
I don't see this happening. I don't like.
Okay.
Yeah, because I just don't know if Triangle of Sadness will be an acting sort of film.
He's
I
number
definitely
5
think
on Gold Derby right now.
I know, but I definitely think it's more of a screenplay directing sort of thing. Like I mean, maybe I guess it also does just feel a bit weird to just sort of pluck out the one sort of famous American person from the
Yeah.
Swedish-ish film and just sort of place him in there. That also
Yeah.
does feel a bit weird.
But he's also the name.
He is the name, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like it would sort of just be going off of name recognition, I imagine.
Yeah. I mean, there's also Don Cheadle in White Noise, which
Is he in
we'll
White
wait
Noise?
to
I
see.
didn't even know he
Yeah.
was in White Noise. Wow.
Yeah. He's the main supporting
Oh,
player
okay.
alongside Driver and Gerwig.
Yeah.
She supposedly has a pretty meaty role, but this is also assuming
Okay.
White Noise will be accepted. As you mentioned, Keegan and Banshees. Ray Fiennes in the menu still very high, and I don't know
No,
why.
it's not happening.
It's going to TIFF, but
Yeah, I
yeah,
know, but I'm looking forward to his performance. I think it'll be good, but it's not an Oscar.
yeah,
It's like saying
it's not gonna be a
Sebastian
thing.
Stan from Fresh
From
is an
Fresh,
acting
yeah,
thing. No, it's just no, it's not.
for the Emmys, but maybe, but
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I don't know. I think McGrath makes a lot of sense.
I agree. I do have him quite high. Yeah,
So yeah,
I just don't know.
and then
He's a completely unknown quantity, so I do. That is definitely one where I need to see the film first before I
yeah.
start making judgments there.
And then Maguire in Babylon, depending on how big the role is, playing Charlie Chaplin, I
Yeah,
guess. And then you have Tom Hanks and Elvis, which,
yeah. Which no,
um,
no. Jared Leto didn't get in. I think that means it's safe to say Tom Hanks won't.
yeah, yeah.
Hopefully.
Also, we've had the same winners for everything so far.
We
All
have.
right, let's talk about supporting actress.
I assume it'll
Michelle
say.
Williams.
Yeah,
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 Michelle
Michelle
Williams.
Williams.
Now that Lily Gladstone is gone, I was sticking with Gladstone, but
Yeah,
it's
I've had
Michelle
Michelle
Williams.
Williams this whole time. I'm
Yep.
hoping this can be a clean sweep since April 2022. I'm hoping I can just keep this winner
Call
the
it from
whole
the
way around.
beginning.
Yeah,
Hey, I'm trying to do that for Picture with Women Talking. So
yeah. That'll be
yeah.
slightly more impressive, I reckon. Then, oh, who's your
So
best front runner? Oh, okay, they just win.
yeah, so I have Jesse Buckley number 2. So like, I guess, do we really even need to justify Michelle Williams? Like,
Oh no,
it's gonna be her
we've done
5th
enough
nomination.
justifying.
It's
If
her
you
fifth
really want our
nomination.
justification,
She's overdue. Like,
she's been in the
it's
past
so
prediction videos. We've done like
obviously
3 of
going
these
to
already.
happen. It's so obviously going to happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesse Buckley, Women Talking. I have number 2. I think she's going to be very strong.
Okay, I've got a 3.
Okay.
These 2 might
Do you
just
have
be
Kirby?
flip flopped. Yeah,
Do you have
Kirby
Kirby?
2.
Yeah.
That's
So
my
I
2.
have Kirby 3. For the Sun, obviously. She makes more sense than Laura Dern. I think she has the larger role. But I'm still debating the Dern nom. I don't have her in right now.
I think it's one or the other for that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I do.
I have Sadie Sink number 4 for The Whale.
I don't have her in. I don't have her in.
So again, I don't like it
Yeah,
being here.
I don't think the whale is a thing outside of Fraser and makeup, and even that's not a
You know what?
surefire thing.
I'm gonna switch it. I'm actually whatever. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna throw in Laura Dern as my number 5.
Oh, okay. Okay, I guess
Just
that sort of
because
fixes your problem of having a double nominee as well.
like you always have a double nominee. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Laura Dern
I
makes a
feel like
lot
I
more
need
sense
one.
than Sadie Sink.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I thought that maybe she would have like the passion. Sadie
Yeah,
Sink.
because I mean, she was very good in Stranger Things series 4, and people really liked her in Stranger Things series 4. So maybe if that can hold up, I doubt it though.
So yeah. I don't know. Like she definitely has the passion. I mean, Brendan Fraser's been like already like pushing hard for a nonstop on the campaign trail, so which has already started for The Whale.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, and it definitely, like, Sadie Sink will definitely be the one over Hong Chow. It
Yeah.
makes way more sense for Sadie Sink. I feel like that's kind of solidified. But I'm gonna Sadie Sink out. I'm gonna throw in Laura Dern. I still think Sadie Sink is close, but yeah, I think actor and makeup makes way more sense for the whale. My number 4 is Stephanie Sue.
That's my number 4 as well. Yeah.
All right, who's your 5?
Griselda Silani.
Oh,
Siciliani
Siciliani.
from
Nice,
from
nice, nice,
Bardo.
nice.
Yeah, I've got it winning. You know, as we mentioned, Inarritu gets his actors in.
Yeah.
It just feels like it
Hey,
fits.
I,
Fits.
I, and hey, I feel good about that. I brought this up on our first early predictions. I mean,
Yeah.
and
And like,
I mean, she was even 20 on Gold Derby for a while. She's now up to like 7 or 8.
yeah.
But
I mean,
I've been saying this for a while.
she should thank Lily Gladstone heavily for this
Yeah.
nomination. Because I mean, she wouldn't be in without Lily Gladstone dropping out. But yeah, I mean, I definitely think it fits. It does fit.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. Like he gets his actors noms. Other things around here. Somebody from She Said, I guess maybe.
Again,
But
yeah. Like maybe once we actually know what's
I mean,
happening.
Kazan, Samantha Morton, even Carrie Mulligan. Like we
Yeah.
just have no clue who it is. But yeah, no, I have Griselda Siciliani, like, and Sadie Sink as like an interchangeable 6 and 7 right now. And yeah, Stephanie Sue. Like now that like people are pushing for it on Gold Derby, why not?
Yeah.
Why
And
wouldn't
like,
she happen?
I never understood really why she wasn't like in the
Yeah.
early days of it, Everything Everywhere All at Once hype. Why
Yeah.
it was like, oh, supporting actor and best actress for for Michelle Yeoh. Why was she never involved with that? Because she equally
Yeah.
has just as good a role and is just as good in the film. Like
Yeah.
if Everything Everywhere All at Once is going to be a thing, which I think it's fairly safe to say it will be now. Like
Yeah.
I know it's hard to say, but like surely, come on.
Sure.
I think she does go along with it, and I don't see why she shouldn't get the nom.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Other random thing, Janelle Monáe, Glass Onion, and Knives Out Story. Hey, like Variety
Golden
has her
Globes.
in.
Golden Globes
Variety, yes,
thing.
I agree.
Nothing else.
But I'm just saying, Variety
Nothing
has her
else.
in. She's getting an insane amount of buzz on it. Like, I don't
It's
know.
Knives Out
Okay,
too, though.
Thomas, I have a hypothetical for you. So remember
Okay,
how
here we
hyped
go.
we all were for the Hand of God?
We were
What if?
somewhat hyped for Hand of God. Yes.
No, I'm saying as far as awards, we all thought that it
Oh,
was winning
yeah.
international feature.
Oh yeah, I had it winning. That was
We
probably
all,
a wrong move, but yeah.
But no, but like that was the general hype. I mean, it was Paulo Sorrentino. Everybody thought it was winning international feature, and then it came out, and it was just like fine.
It was pretty good.
What if?
But anyway.
I'm saying the general reception.
Oh.
I thought it was good. I'm saying the
Yeah.
general reception, the hype muted quite a bit.
It did.
And it wasn't very awards friendly. It still got the
No.
nom. What if Bardo is more Hand of God than Roma?
Yeah, but it's Inarritu though, and it's Netflix's major
I understand
contender.
that.
Hand of God was not ever.
I
Netflix's major
understand
contender.
that. But if Bardo is more Hand of God than Roma, who is their new number 1 contender?
That's an interesting hypothetical. You're gonna try and say it's Knives Out. It's not Knives Out. I refuse.
What
to
is
believe
the
it's
evidence
Knives Out.
against it?
It
Okay,
is.
so what's the number
It
2 then,
is
Thomas?
Hustle starring Adam Sandler.
No, it is.
Hustle. No, I don't know.
How are you going to deny
All
Knives
Quiet
Out?
on the Western Front. All Quiet on the Western Front. We'll go with that.
No, it is. Even
It's
Netflix
not Knives
reps
Out.
have said
White Noise.
Glass Onion
White
is their
Noise.
number
It's
2.
White Noise.
Glass
It's
Onion
White
is their number
Noise.
2.
It's White
Netflix has
Noise.
said Glass Onion
It's
is their number 2.
Nah, I refuse to believe it. I refuse to believe it. I'm just going to be stubborn about this. It's not. I'm really looking forward to Knives Out. I'm really looking forward to it. It's not going to be an Oscars thing. It's not.
Hey, the first one got in off of no campaign.
Maybe
and it would have gotten into
Screenplay.
picture on a 10. And it would have gotten into picture on a 10. No, it's getting Screenplay, Thomas. It is getting a Screenplay nomination.
So you have it in Screenplay right now? You have it in Screenplay?
Yes.
Oh,
I have
right,
it.
okay.
I have it in adapted screenplay.
Well, that's where you're wrong, and I'm right. It's not going to be an Oscars thing. It's not going to be an Oscars thing.
I'm just saying, what happens when it's Netflix's number 1 contender? Is Netflix not going to get their top contender?
This is the weird hypothetical there, because Bardo is going to be Netflix's top contender.
Okay, so what about Netflix getting 2 things in every year?
Now that is a more interesting argument. It's not. No. I refuse to believe. I'm really looking forward to the film. I just want to keep making that clear. I love the First Knives Out. First Knives Out, great. Murder Mystery is probably my favorite genre of anything. Still not going to be a thing.
All right. Well, we'll roll the clip in a couple months.
Yes,
yeah. Also, supporting actress Jamie Lee Curtis is a long shot. But
yeah, I mean, they're not going to double nom that though.
Yeah.
I find
no,
that
obviously. Original screenplay.
Yeah.
Everything Ever All at Once.
They were staying
Okay.
the same.
Yeah, we still have had the same winner on everything.
We have. That will change next, so I'm 100% sure that will change on that.
Adapted?
Yeah.
Okay, so I assume you're not going with Women Talk.
No.
Okay, well. But yeah,
Yeah, why not?
everything everywhere.
Why not?
What
Yeah,
else is the original screenplay category for?
like yeah, exactly. Fresh, creative, original screenplays that
Yep.
also have
If it's a
messaging
picture thing,
and good
yeah,
messaging. Yeah, like yeah, yeah.
it makes sense. It makes sense. Babylon and the Fablemans, I have 2 and 3.
Oh, no, I snubbed the Fablemans. I snubbed the Fablemans.
Whoa! 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 Whoa!
I couldn't fit it in. I really couldn't. There's no space for it. Like I've got two currently Bardo. I've got it winning. I just have it in. Therefore, three Babylon, four Empire of Light. I dropped it off the picture. I still think it's a screenplay thing though. I find it hard to believe it won't get screenplay. And then five Triangle of Sadness. That's my
Yeah,
top
Empire
five.
of Light's not happening.
I
It
don't
just
know.
why would that get screenplay?
It feels like a sort of screenplay thing. I mean,
Like I
yeah.
get it, and I know I said Lost Daughter package earlier, but like I don't know. I think it might just be like an actors picture screen or actors picture cinematography score.
Okay. Even though I've got it in four, I do actually think it's slightly weaker than Triangle of Sadness. I just think
Yeah,
it makes more. I think it's either Empire of Light or the Fablemans that I would put in that position. But currently,
yeah.
I just have Empire of Light. I just, as I say, I don't. As I said last time when I was snubbing Spielberg for stuff, I just don't know if the Fablemans will be the most major thing ever that everyone
But
thinks
Thomas,
it
what
might be.
happened last time when you tried to snub Spielberg?
Yeah, I still put him in director. I learned my lesson on that one. I've still put him in. I still put him in director on that one. But yeah, couple things I don't have favorites in. That
Okay.
maybe I should, but I'm not going to.
So yeah, so I have Babylon, Fablemans, then I have Triangle of Sadness, and then I have Bardo 5.
Okay, yeah,
So I have just outside. There's Empire of Light. Yes, I think it still is there. Tar, but if
I
Spencer
don't
wasn't
know.
getting in, this isn't getting in.
I
I
think
will say though,
it's
like
quite here, but like
Both of
for
Todd
God's sake.
Field's films in the past have gotten screenplay.
Yeah, that
So
is
like,
true. That is true. Equally, this feels very much more artsy than it will be
yeah,
screenplay.
no, I agree. I agree. Tale is very ambiguous whether it's original or adapted, but I think it's adapted,
I think
so I
either
don't think it's
way,
here.
I don't think it'll be a thing.
Either
Yeah,
way, it's not getting here. And then after that, like after Empire of Light, and then like Tar, maybe like what else do we have? There's Don't Worry, Darling, which I
yeah.
don't think so.
Yeah, I
Decision
do
to
also
Leave.
think, yeah,
Decision to
this
Leave.
seems to leave. I do also think it is worth sort of mentioning Mansion the Revolution here because we currently, spoilers, we will be
Yeah,
counting it as adapted, but
yeah,
equally it could very easily just sort of be an original. Like King Richard last year, I know there was a lot of flip
yeah,
flopping about sort of which
yeah.
one that. So it is worth mentioning here. If it is counted as original, I do think it is a pretty strong contender. So
I would say in the same vein as Don't Worry, Darling, you have The Menu as a potential like
yeah, yeah,
weird genre thing. Since
yeah,
this category is relatively weak, if we have a couple flops, it's always
yeah,
possible. After Sun, I feel like will be the come on of the year.
yeah, maybe.
But you will see. We'll see. Cha-Cha Real Smooth just isn't going to happen.
No.
What do we think about Bros?
Bros. I'd say that's unlikely. I'd say
I
it's
think it's
pretty
going to be the
unlikely.
Crazy Rich Asians of the year. So I don't think it'll get any Oscar noms, but I think it's going to do really well at Golden Globes and Critics' Choice,
Yeah, I think it very well
and
could. I think it very well could.
like maybe even show up in PGA randomly.
Yeah, but I think
Like in all honesty,
original screenplay at the Oscars, I'd say that's very unlikely.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, all right. So again, we have a pretty solid 6, I guess you could say.
Yeah,
And yeah,
yeah,
Triangle of Sadness. Then like
yeah, yeah.
So I have Women Talking winning adapted screenplay because I have it winning picture.
I've
I
got
think
the
that's fairly
Sun.
straightforward,
I just think I
which
don't
is
know.
also fair. I'm
I
Zeller.
don't know
Which one?
if Woman Talking will be like a massive thing. I think it will be one of those sort of films at the Oscars that's sort of there in a lot of categories, but isn't really winning anything.
That's
So
fair.
I don't
I
know
have
why
the
it would
Sun
just
too.
win screenplay.
I
Yeah,
have the
I
Sun
think
too.
they are a very pretty clear top two though. I still do have Woman Talking.
Now that Killers is gone, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. They make a lot of sense. Banshees is at 3 for me,
Same. I mean,
just
McDonough,
because it's McDonough.
very good screenplays.
Yeah.
Very good screenplays.
4, I don't like it, especially since I have it as its only nomination right now. But She Said.
Same. Yeah. I
That
mean,
feels weird as a lone screenplay nom. Like that feels really weird as a lone
it
screenplay.
does, but equally, I don't know. As we've mentioned time and time again, this is a weak category, made even weaker by the fact Killers of the Flower Moon is now gone. So I don't
Yeah,
know what else you
yeah,
put there.
yeah. So I mean, Till, as we mentioned,
Yeah, but equally, and
but also is
I
that
know
going to
you
be a
won't
lone
have.
screenplay?
Yeah, I
Like,
know. Yeah, and like equally as we mentioned, the way as well. People have been talking
I
about. I
have
know
it
you won't
missing.
have it in. Yeah, I don't have it in either.
Yeah,
But it's a thing, I guess.
it's there, I guess. But
Anyway, do you want to
I
do your
don't know.
number
I just
five?
immediately think,
Do
yeah,
you
no,
want to
it's
do
Glass
your number
Onion and
five?
Knives Out
No,
story, and why would it
it's
not be?
white noise. It's white noise. And I didn't feel confident about that. But just to put it clear, I just think white
Okay,
noise is
I mean, Glass
stronger than
Onion is way
glass onion.
safer. Glass Onion's way
Is
safer than
it?
White Noise.
I Glass
If we're
onion is a
talking about
lot
how
less likely Glass Onion is a lot less likely to flop. If you're asking which is a safer film,
Yeah,
which is
I'm
the
saying
safer
Glass
to sort
Onion's
of
going to be safer.
predict as a good film, as a pretty decent film, Glass Onion's way ahead of that. But equally, what's safer to predict as an Oscar nomination? I think White Noise. It's got the track record of no bound back. I think, yeah, I think White Noise is a safer Oscar prediction than Glass Onion.
I mean, you say the track record of Noah Baumbach. Like, let's be perfectly reasonable here. He's only gotten nominated for
He's
screenplay
only got in,
twice.
yeah, but that's twice more than, once more than Glass than the Knives Out franchises has
Yeah,
got in.
that's only one more.
Yeah, but
and his first
equally,
and
it's
his
Noah
Baumbach's first
Baumbach.
nomination was 16 years ago. Like,
Yeah, but everyone loves
again,
Noah Baumbach
but
screenplays. Who doesn't?
yes,
They're
but
great.
no, I mean, I love him. He's one of my favorite writers of all time.
Yeah,
But do you know the concept of this movie? and
yeah, I
they've
know,
given him
but
$120 million for it.
it's not going to be Glass Onion. It's not. I'd
Right,
like it
because
to
it
be.
isn't
I
going to
would
be.
like it to be Glass Onion, but it's not going to be. And I think
I
this is just something we're going to have to disagree on. But there we go.
Yeah. And then outside of that, like, what else is here? You have
And
the
yeah,
greatest hero
nothing.
ever. That is
Yeah,
the thing, actually.
yeah.
As we mentioned, the whale, which I think will just be mishandled. I wanted to answer somebody from McCartan. He very rarely gets his screenplays actually nominated, though. Other than that, Till, as we
Yeah.
said, and then what else? Top Gun,
No.
like The Good Nurse, The Batman. Like, what else is actually here? The Woman King,
Yeah. That
Elvis.
Stephen. That Stephen Frears one. The Lost King.
Yeah. Yeah, living, like, nothing. Avatar, like, yeah, no. It's. Would you at least agree that Glass Onion is the sixth?
uh, no. Just to be stubborn, I put the whale. The whale six. Just to be stubborn.
Wow. Okay.
Glass Onion can go eighth behind the whale and Till.
I would honestly put Greatest Hero never sixth.
Why for White Noise?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Peter Farrelly just one screenplay.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Yeah, I put the Great Spear on six as well. I agree with you on that. We
Okay.
agree.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to some of the text now.
Text. Yes.
Let's kick it off with cinematography. I'll let you lead here. What do you got?
1. Bardo, because I've got it winning Best Picture. 2. Babylon. 3. Empire of Light. 4. The Fablemans. 5. All Quiet on the Western Front. I think this category is made pretty easy by the fact Killers is gone. Like, before we had sort of All Quiet on the Western Front getting in as maybe like a sneak pick and it's going to snub one of the big ones. Now one of the big ones is just gone anyway. So I put All Quiet on the Western Front in. I mean, I don't want to put Avatar on there. It could well be Avatar, but no.
So, okay. I have Empire of Light winning just because of Steakins.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
I've got Bardo 2. I've got Babylon 3. I've got Fablemans 4. All Quiet on the Western Front is my 6.
Okay, what's your 5 then?
Top Gun Maverick.
Oh, no. Wow.
Yeah.
That's not the
Yes.
words I thought you were going to say. Top
Okay.
Gun Maverick in cinematography.
Here's why. The movie looks beautiful. It is going
No
to get
denying
an
that.
ASC nom. Like,
No
mark my
denying that.
words. It'll get an
Yeah.
ASC nom for contemporary. It is shot by a previous Oscar nominee for Life of Pi.
Yeah.
And if it's going to get into picture, why not cinematography? Like, it's also like people are recognizing like the inventiveness and like kind of the groundbreaking stuff that they've done with blockbuster filmmaking with, as far as like the capturing everything practically and with the cameras attached to the planes and stuff. There are so many behind the scenes featurettes. If we're saying this is getting picture, why not cinematography? Especially now that Killers is gone.
I do think the cinematography branch in particular are a bit sort of snobby with their film taste. Like, we've seen them put in things like Cold War. There was another weird foreign one that I know was released in the same same year that they just sort of put in.
Yeah.
I don't think this screams a thing the cinematography branch of the Academy would do.
I mean, but Thomas, similarly, they nominated News of the World. They nominated Trial of the Chicago
They
7.
did. I don't say they. I didn't say they nominated good films all the time. I think they nominate more sort of prestige films than Top Gun
They
Maverick.
nominated
I don't know. I just
Lion. They nominated Lion for
again
cinematography.
bit of a sort of prestige film that one. Like
I think Top Gun Maverick is more prestige. I don't know.
I just don't see them nominating a sort of blockbuster like Top Gun Maverick in cinematography. I think it's a high up sort of thing. I would actually say Avatar is probably
Blade
more
Runner
likely.
2049, Skyfall. I mean,
Oh yeah, I guess so. More recently, then. Still,
That's
I don't know.
distinguishable.
I'd say Avatar: Way of Water is a more likely blockbuster fit than Top Gun Maverick. I would.
Oh no, I mean, and I said previous nominee. I meant winner with Claudio Miranda. He's a previous winner for Life of Pi in the cinematography category.
Yeah,
Like
that's
he also was
still.
nominated for Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
I just don't know if
So
it's the
like,
thing. I find it hard to imagine at this point in time. I'm willing to change my opinion on this one, then. Unlike Knives Out, I'm not changing my opinion on that. But as this starts getting precursors and a lot of precursors, like
yeah,
I'm talking more than just ASC though.
yeah,
Then maybe I'll start thinking about it because it's a
but
possibility. It is. It's probably maybe my number seven.
okay.
I'd put probably six Avatar, seven Top Gun.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I have All Quiet on the Western Front 6. I have Avatar 7.
Okay.
And then there's also the Batman. If
Yeah.
they can
That's
remember Greg Fraser. If they can remember Greg
yeah.
Fraser.
Yeah, but equally, we
Um,
were already talking about two potential
right.
blockbuster picks. The Batman's third, definitely in that
Yeah.
priority list.
Don't Worry, Darling. If it's big, it's shot by Lubetsky. Like
Yeah,
it's not Lubetsky. That's not what I meant to say. But like I don't know. Like it looks very well shot. Matthew Libatique is who I meant.
yeah,
He's a very strong cinematographer. That just very much hinges on if Don't Worry, Darling is strong. Women
yeah,
talking maybe, but it's gonna be very much a chamber film. Decision
yeah.
to
I don't think
leave
that'll
if they
be.
really want to go for it. So yeah, but I don't know. Top Gun. I think
I'm gonna watch out for it.
it could maybe
I
happy.
guess.
It may be happy happen. All right. Best editing. What do you got here, Thomas?
No, this is. I know you mentioned last time we did this. If it gets in, I think it wins. Everything, every all at once. As my number one. Two, Babylon. I mean, it's going to be tackling a lot of stuff. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on. I'm sure it'll be a very heavily edited film. Three, Top Gun Maverick. Four, Bardo. I mean, it's Best Picture, so I know you don't have to have the editing as proven by Coda, but it definitely does help. So I thought I'd put it in here over a thing like Fablemans, which again is a thing that I don't think needs editing, but it very well it could just get it. And number five, I've put Elvis because I think if you're
Okay.
nominating for picture,
Yep. We're here. I
yeah,
have it too.
yeah. Because I think like if you're nominating it for picture, if you're nominating for other text, I think which tech does it do the most of? That's editing. Which tech
That's
is the most
editing.
flashy of them? Like you're not looking at Elvis for its cinematography. You're looking at it ad editing, and I think
Yep.
maybe it could happen. I wouldn't want to see it
I
happen. I thought it was terribly
agreed.
edited for the most part,
Agreed.
but it could still happen.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree. So I have Everything Everywhere number 1 as well. I also have
Yeah.
Babylon number 2. I have Top Gun Maverick number 3. And honestly, we're just almost the same because I have my Best Picture winner, Women Talking number 4,
Oh,
similar
okay.
to you,
Yeah.
Bardo
Fair enough.
number 4,
Yeah.
and then Elvis number 5. So we're very similar here.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I just feel like Women Talking it's not gonna get cinematography. So editing, I feel like I needed a bit to justify it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just don't know if it will be sort of an editing thing. I mean, it could just slip in there. We've
I mean,
seen
if
scenes
it's going
before
to be
just
a
sort of get in
if it's
there.
going to be a chamber film, like it's going to have to be very well cut
Yeah,
to keep the
yeah.
pacing up.
It's a
So
possibility.
yeah.
It's definitely up there.
But then yeah, Top Gun. So the big thing here is a sound nom, which we'll get to in a second. But I think Babylon, Top Gun, and Elvis make the most sense for those.
Yeah,
And you typically need a sound nom to win editing. So that's why I'm a bit cautious of having Everything Everywhere number 1 because I don't think it gets a sound.
I would agree. I think what sound numbers very unlikely for that. I'd say, but equally, I think as I say, like this may be just personal. Like the editing of that film's so great. How could you not
It is.
recognize it?
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, like I think if it does do enough to get nominated, I don't see how it wouldn't win. That
Yeah.
might just me be going because I love the editing of that film so much.
I mean,
So who
agreed.
knows?
Yeah. I mean, other things that could show up just because the Fablemans, Empire of
Yeah, as
Light,
I
The
said,
Sun, like they could just be there
just be there.
because why
Especially
not?
if they're the ones that end up taking picture. It's likely that we will probably see the best picture winner in editing,
Right.
although not
Right.
always.
So yeah. I mean, yeah. Coda and Green Book.
Yeah,
Did Green Book actually get editing? No, it didn't. Right.
I don't think it did. No, no.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about production design. What have you got, Thomas?
Okay, I've got one Babylon, two The Fablemans, three Avatar, four Elvis, five. And I sort of just slipped in because I wanted to put it in more tech categories in order to give it the win. I put five Bardo. It could not be, but that's my five.
I mean, the production design in it looks good.
Yeah,
Like
exactly, exactly.
it does look quite good. Okay. I also have number 1 Babylon. It's old
Yeah,
Hollywood.
yeah,
Makes sense. Number 2, I have the Fablemans.
yeah.
Number
Agree.
3, I've decided to slide in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
I did think about it. I just thought production design, I'm not entirely sure.
It won
It
last
very well
time.
could. It did
It
win
won
last
last time.
time. It did win last time, but that's what maybe they're a bit over it. Like they've seen it before. They've given it the recognition there. Will they
Okay, but
interact
the
with it again?
underwater
I
stuff,
doubt it.
the underwater
There is
production
the
design.
underwater stuff to add in there. My question is how good that would actually look. We'll need to see that. But
I still maintain that I think the underwater stuff will be better than Avatar,
I don't
just
know.
off the
I mean,
trailer.
they've been making Avatar for 10 years. They've been making Avatar for 10 years.
I mean,
I
so
mean, it
I have
better look
Avatar
good.
4.
It better look good.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So you got them both in. Okay.
I do have them both in, and then I also have Elvis number 5.
Yeah,
So
yeah. So you just dropped that Bardo, which is completely fair enough.
though I have Bardo 6 because the
Yeah,
one. Did you see the still from it?
I did.
I
Looks
mean,
good. Looks damn
Jesus
good.
Christ,
Yeah,
Jesus Christ! Like, did somebody say production design?
yeah.
So
I'm not
yeah.
gonna lie. That still is mainly the reason I picked it for Best Picture. I was like, that still's great. Yeah,
I will
Best
say,
Picture, do it.
did you see
Why
the
not?
runtime? It's
I
slightly
didn't.
over 3 hours.
Oh, that's fine. No, it's hopefully.
Well,
Well, you know,
we'll see.
there have been longer. There have been longer, which is one.
In 1940, like,
Yeah, but you know, they're all about restoring, old
no, I guess
traditions.
Braveheart. Sorry,
Oh
Braveheart
yeah, how do Braveheart's long?
and
Braveheart's a
Gladiator.
long film.
Braveheart, Gladiator, Titanic. Okay, never mind. So like
Yeah,
20 years ago.
yeah,
So yeah, no, Elvis, Don't Worry, Darling, I think could be considered, but The Fablemans is right there. If they're gonna go for like a 50s, 60s thing, it would be The Fablemans.
yeah. Well,
Um,
I love
The
how we just
Woman
mentioned
King,
"Don't Worry, Darling"
The
in pretty much
Batman.
every category and just sort of go, "It's sort of there.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
sort of there." Like
yeah.
Florence Pugh, yeah, she's sort of there.
So yeah, there is the Woman King, there is the Batman, Empire of Light as well. But that isn't
Yeah,
as period piece as we thought. I think it takes place in the 90s.
yeah,
One I will shout out here, Chevalier, brought it up
yeah,
before.
yeah, yeah,
1700s production design. I think it would make more sense for costumes, which we'll get to in a second. But keep an eye,
yeah,
keep an eye.
yeah,
And then lastly, Pinocchio, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. What an inspired choice that would be.
yeah. Maybe,
The
maybe.
trailer looks good. The trailer looks good. And then in
Trailers
a
are good.
perfect world, The Northman. But sadly not. Okay, yeah, Elvis. Also, just
Yes,
it
yes.
makes sense.
Why not?
Costume design. What have you got here?
Right, so I've got one Babylon, two. I do still have it in here. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, which I know completely counteracts the argument I said about them being over this sort of thing. But anyway,
Yeah.
we'll ignore that. Three, I have a Woman King, which is sort of I'm very happy to take that one out. I don't think I'd change that after I
I
found out
have
about.
taken the Woman King out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I might take that out, and then why not? I'll throw Chevalier in, not three. I'll put that 5. So I'll move Elvis up to 3 because I do think that's a pretty solid contender, and I'll put the Fablemans 4 because it sort of just it fits, I guess, in a way. And then yeah, Chevalier 5, which makes
Okay.
sense.
I have a absolute like a stupid pick here.
Okay,
That I
nice out.
think could happen. No. It's a
It
movie
could
that's already
happen.
it's a movie that's already came out that nobody saw.
Okay,
So
this is a worrying start. Not gonna lie.
I have number 1 Babylon.
Yep.
My costumes category has changed a lot, and that's very weird. I have number 2 Black Panther as well. I've
Yep.
taken the Woman King out.
Yeah,
So
because yeah,
yeah,
controversy.
yeah,
It's always good.
and then also it's gonna be a September thing. I just don't know if people will remember it by the end of the year. I just also
No,
don't know if it'll be that good.
no.
Number 3, I have Elvis. I have it
Yep.
racking up these. Number 4,
Technomes.
Chevalier.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
it's the Cyrano of the year.
Yeah.
And I very strongly considered putting in Women Talking, especially after the first still.
Yeah.
It follows a Mennonite village. But number 5, I have Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris.
Oh, yeah. Ah, I
And
thought you might do
here is
this. I thought you
why.
might do this.
Here
I
is
considered
why.
it. I'm not gonna lie. I considered it, and then I thought, no,
Do you know who the costume designer is?
I do not know. What
Okay.
I do know is that it's a small British independent film that is not going to do very much.
The costume designer is Jenny Beavan, 11-time nominee, 3-time winner. She's won
Okay.
for A Room with a View, Mad Max Fury Road, and Cruella. She's been
That's
nominated
so
also.
weird. Going from Mad Max Fury Road to what? Cruella and Mrs. Harris go to bed.
Yeah.
It's a weird filmography.
But like her other nominees, The King's Speech, Gosford Park, and In the King, Sense and
Yeah.
Sensibility, Howard's End, like it just a lot of production design stuff. Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris, like it got pretty good reviews.
It's
And
about
it is
costumes.
it's about costumes, it's about
Well,
fashion
you
design.
did say that about Gucci though. House of Gucci last year. That didn't come
Well,
to anything.
yeah, but that also massively flopped. Miss Harris Goes
Well-
to Paris has a 94 on Rotten Tomatoes. And with the track record of Jenny Beavan, why not? Like,
Why not?
I don't know. I think it's going to happen. I think Miss Harris Goes to Paris is just randomly going to get a costume nom. It makes
Yeah.
sense. It's about costume design. It's an 11-time
I
nominee.
think that, yeah.
She's
I mean,
won
I
for
can
her last
see
2
it.
movies. Like,
Yeah.
she's won for her last 2 movies. Like, last 2, like, Oscars things, I should say, with Cruella and Mad Max. So, like,
Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
would just be very, like, I'm not going to say I'd be shocked. Just, give me a precursor before I'm making a bold choice like that. It
And
had some
also the
tangible
costume,
evidence.
like, the costume category isn't afraid of doing weird stuff. They did
They're
Pinocchio
not.
2
They're
years
not.
ago. Do you remember
Yeah.
that?
Maybe they'll do Pinocchio this year. Maybe.
That would also be a fun pick. But, like,
Yeah.
nobody saw Pinocchio. Nobody even knew what that movie was. It was number, like,
Wait.
43 on Gold Derby.
Which Pinocchio?
It was a random, like, Italian film
I
by
don't think I've
Matteo
ever heard of
Garrone.
this.
It got nominated for costumes and makeup at the 2021
Oh, I've
Oscars.
seen a poster for this. Yeah, I
Yeah,
yeah. Wow, it's an
yeah.
interesting choice.
Like I
Oh, the
said, the
costumes do look great in
costumes.
it though.
Again, if the costumes are good, the costumes voters, like, they'll go
Yeah,
for random stuff. If this is
yeah,
winning contemporary at the Costume Designers Guild, and it was a well-received film, and it's from an 11-time nominee and a 3-time winner in Jenny Beavan.
yeah. I mean, I'll say it again though. It's also a small British independent film that no one will see. So
Pinocchio
there's
is a small Italian independent film
yeah,
that no one
that's
saw.
true. That's true. It could be. It could happen. Could happen.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Also, I would love to see Everything Everywhere happen here, and it would be very deserved, but
Yeah,
it won't.
that would be great, but that's not gonna happen.
Yep. Okay. Let's talk about makeup and hair.
I'm gonna let you go first, so I can take your fifth pick and take out the winning film from this.
Okay. I have number 1 Elvis.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, you do yours, and then we'll get.
Um, yeah, no, I have Elvis winning. I'm also doing something really weird in makeup and hair. I'm taking
Oh,
Sphinx.
that means I have to first swing. Mama, that's
Uh,
really backfired.
so yeah, I have number 1 Elvis. I have number 2 The Batman. Number 3 The Whale. Number 4 I have Babylon for Old Hollywood.
Okay.
Okay, this is gonna sound really dumb, but
I mean, this is my number 5. Oh,
I
this is gonna have
I
to be my number 5.
I finally watched it.
Don't lead me astray
X.
here. X.
X.
Oh, Christ. X.
Okay,
My number
let me
5.
explain. Let me explain.
Christ.
Let me explain. So you haven't seen the film, right?
I have not seen the film. No.
So again, you do have other things here. There's Golda.
Oh yeah,
for Helen.
Golda. Yeah, I'll put in Golda.
Okay.
That's a way better choice. It's a
Well,
way better choice than X.
it's gonna have a lot of controversy because I mean,
Oh,
it's
not
just
another
an-
controversial one. I just took out a controversial one.
Golda
X.
is like Golda just looks like an offensively like
Yeah.
aggressive Jewish stereotype. Yeah,
No.
consider it. So you
So I
also
can't
Black
put that one
Panther.
in either.
You
Oh
also have Black
yeah,
Panther.
yeah. I'll
You
put that
also
in
have
over
doing
X.
things. You have like Fablemans. You have Avatar. But here's why X. Okay. I think that this is going to show up on the short list. X is going to show up on the short list. It's going to be a strong contender for the Makeup and Hair Guild for contemporary. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not going to win because you have the whale, but it's going to get a nomination in contemporary makeup and hair at the Makeup and Hair Guild. So why you may ask X. So I think it's going to show up on the short list, and then people are going to watch it, and they're going to watch the behind the scenes. So Mia Goth, she plays the lead in it.
Yeah.
And she also plays this like the old creepy woman on the farm. So she has a double role. She is completely unrecognizable.
Okay.
Like completely unrecognizable. I pull up an image. Just look up like X old lady.
Okay. Excellent.
And I'll throw up
Oh wait, no, it did come up with the right thing.
and I'll throw up an image on screen. So and then look up an image of like Mia Goth should also be there. Like look at the transformation with the makeup.
Yeah, I mean that's quite the transformation.
And it's a dual role. They're like actually A24 is actually pushing it. They've put out like 3 or 4 like behind the scenes like makeup.
They're also
transformation
releasing
videos.
a prequel to it this year as well.
Yep. Yeah. Pearl.
How
which
they
is-
managed that.
And Pearl. That's featuring Mia Goth's character, so she's playing the younger version of the old woman she's playing in X. Because
Okay.
Pearl is the old woman in X, and now she's playing the younger version of that old woman from X. Like I didn't love X. I thought that X was just fine.
Okay.
But the makeup, like I was shocked when I saw the credits roll and saw that Mia Goth. Like I didn't know who it was. She was like completely unrecognizable. It's a very like terrifying performance. Like, and again, the makeup, like they nominated Border, the random like Swedish film in 2018. That like this random like Swedish like supernatural horror thing.
Yeah.
Like so.
And I mean, it's a weird category as well, makeup and hair. Like,
It's
pretty
a
much
very
anything
weak.
can happen.
It's a very weak category as well, and like especially with like there aren't like that many strong biopic contenders. That's why I have Elvis at number 1, just because it fits the biopic mold.
Yeah.
But like I don't know. I think X could happen. I finally watched it and I was like, why not? Like, if
Yeah.
this is going to make, like, with how weak the field is, it's probably gonna make the short list. Once it's on the short list and people watch it and see the makeup transformation, maybe.
Maybe. Right. I've got a question. Now, I've not seen Avatar for a long time. Are they all CGI? Or are some of them like actors painted blue? I've literally no idea. I've not seen Avatar for ages.
Me
Because
neither.
if some of them are like actors painted blue, I've just thought about it. That is some very good makeup.
Well, what did the first one? Um,
Because if the first one didn't,
it's
I
okay.
assume they're all
So,
CGI.
so Sam Worthington said that they're just painted blue, and then a lot of it is touched up with CGI.
Oh, okay. I guess as Catholic makeup and I might be a bit snobby about that, going, oh, it's not real makeup.
Like
Um,
the first one didn't even get a makeup and hair
okay,
job. So
right.
why would
So
this
we'll
one?
ignore that. We'll just put in Black Panther. We're going to forever because
So you're going Black Panther for your number
yeah.
5?
So I'll go.
Okay.
Well, number one, number one's Batman. Number two, Elvis for me.
Okay.
They're very easy to switch show. And then three, Babylon 4, The Whale, and then five, Black Panther. That is my top five. I guess we'll go
Okay.
for that.
Does my expect isn't like insane though?
No,
Like,
no, because as we said, like Suicide Squad won this category in 2016. This is
yeah.
a weird category every single year. Last year, we did not know who was going to get nominated, even really. There was lots of things that could have
Yeah.
happened. Yeah, I can see X being a thing. I can 100%
So
see.
I'm just saying I didn't until I saw the film, but after seeing the film, I think if people actually see it and they
You know
like are
what?
like,
Yeah.
oh my
You know what?
god,
I'll
uh,
watch it. I'll watch it at some point.
all right,
Well, it
all
was on
right,
my wish list anyway. I wasn't going to
well
not
yeah,
watch it, but yeah, I'll make it. I'll push it up. I'll push it up. I'll push it above Moonfall by Roland Emmerich, which is still on my wish list. Just came to Amazon
rightfully
Prime.
so.
Just came to
I
Amazon
mean,
Prime in the UK. I thought, should I watch it? Should I watch it? I was going to watch it on the
it's like
plane on the way back.
uh
Decided against it. Decided, I'll go to sleep instead. I think going to sleep is probably slightly more entertaining than that film. Just off of the
actually no,
sound.
it's Moonfall is wildly entertaining. It's just incredibly stupid.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. I still on the watch list. Anyway, weird tangent.
Anyway,
On to the next
also
category.
I,
Oh,
I
no.
will say a last makeup and hair thing is blonde.
Yeah. Yeah.
It could make the short list. It can make the
Yeah.
short list.
I
But
feel
yeah,
like blondes won't do anything.
I'm taking some swings though. I have Mrs. Harrison for costumes.
Mrs. Harris. Mrs. Harris
I
goes to
have
Paris.
I have X in for makeup.
You've got the wrong thing in adapted. Oh, what did you put in adapted? Oh yeah, Knives Out.
watch it happen. Watch.
No,
Just
no.
wait. To quote Hamilton. Just
Or lots of things have a phrase just waiting. It's not exclusive to Hamilton, that phrase.
don't even like Hamilton that much. Okay. Uh, anyways,
Yeah.
best sound.
Yeah.
Also, I think it's worth noting. So we both seen 13 Lives. We put up a review on the channel. We had that in for production, design, and sound before, and that's just not happening anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll let you can go first on this one. Again.
Okay. 1, Top Gun Maverick, pretty self-explanatory. 2,
Yeah.
Avatar. 3, The Batman. 4, I still got All Quiet on the Western Front here. I mean, it's a war film. There is no other war film this year. War films have good
Greatest
sound.
beer ever.
Oh,
Greatest beer ever.
how war filmy is that? 'Cause
I mean,
I've not
there's a
seen
war
many
sequence.
trailers. I've not seen many
Okay,
marketing for this film.
there was a war sequence in the
Yeah.
trailer, like he's running through war.
Currently, my sort of assumption of this film is it's going to be one person at one end of a battlefield and the other at another, and it's just sort of a walk with beer, and that's all the film is. So,
Okay.
how
Watch the
war-y is
trailer.
it? I'll watch the trailer.
Watch the trailer. Yeah.
Okay, it's not getting in sound anyway. And 5, Elvis,
Yeah.
because it's Elvis, and it's gotten on for editing, and it will be a big thing. Watch.
Okay. Okay. I have number 1 Top Gun Maverick. I have number 2 The Batman. I have number 3 Avatar: The Way of Water. Number 4 Elvis. And number 5 I'm going for no.
Okay.
I'm going for no, I am gonna go no, whatever.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw a no. I thought about
which of the one you were? Which of the one you just took out? Like literally just took out then?
Devotion.
Oh, I've not even heard of that.
So it's going to fall festivals. It is a Sony Pictures film. It's elite fighter pilots Jesse Brown and Tom Hudner become the U.S. Navy's most celebrated wingmen during the Korean War.
Yeah, I think
so. It's a Korean War film. It's about fighter pilots.
I think Top Gun Maverick may take the cake.
I agree. I agree.
Fighter films this year.
But I 100% agree. It's also funny because it stars Glenn Powell in the main role.
Yeah.
But no, but
Pretty cool.
the thing is that this is a true story and it's a war film, and and Sony is sending it to fall fests, and like they give it, and it has a November release date.
Yeah.
So
good reasons, but yeah.
I'm just saying it could be. if we're talking about war film, like I mean, also if you're gonna make the war film argument, there is just Top
Yeah.
Gun Maverick.
Oh,
So
I guess. Oh, I didn't think about. Yeah, I guess that could be
so
considered a war
that's
film.
why I decided to leave out. I have Devotion and All Quiet on the Western Front as my 6 and 7. And that's why I decided to slot in Nope because it might be a bit of wish dictating, but why not?
Yeah, I did
Like I
think
think it's
about Nope
incredibly
very
disturbing.
seriously, and I agree. I think the sound is very great. I just think
Yeah.
that feels like a very, very weird single nomination. I do not see that as a film getting like
Yeah.
I think like if they're recognizing it somewhere, I'd say why do you not recognize it in other places? I think yeah,
I mean, I think sound is the best element of the film, though. In all honesty,
yeah. I mean yeah,
that or
yeah,
cinematography. So,
but yeah,
and the cinematography is not going to happen. So yeah, but I don't know. Like I agree with the war film thing, and that's why I have All Quiet on the Western Front and Devotion. But like Top Gun Maverick's right there.
yeah.
That's
That
the
is
war film
that is
pick.
true. Yeah.
So yeah. Um, another thing that could show up, I think, is Babylon because there could be lots of crazy parties.
I did think about that as well. Yeah, I mean, it's probably going to be a lot of sound in Babylon, but
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
Also,
Yeah.
everything everywhere.
It's still there. I just think,
Yeah,
as we said, like I think there is a limit to how many nominations it
yeah.
can feasibly get.
And it
With
doesn't make a bunch of
yeah,
sense there. So
no,
yeah.
it makes a
But
lot more sense in other categories.
Top Gun, Batman, Avatar, all pretty self-explanatory. Elvis, it's
Pretty
gonna get a sound
self-explanatory as
editing
well.
duo, pretty self-explanatory. So yeah, nope. Why not? Why
Yeah.
not? All right, VFX. What you got, Thomas?
Number one, Avatar. Two, The Batman. Three, I'm keeping in. It may be wish dictating, but everything every all at once, I'm still keeping it in. And then four and five, I put two Marvel films: Doctor Strange, Black Panther. They're interchangeable for me. I like Black Panther's a more Oscar friendly sort of film, 100%. We've talked about in other categories, but equally the first one didn't get visual effects. Doctor Strange is a far more will look to be a far more impressive
Yeah,
film visually effects wise, even though will undoubtedly be a lot worse critically received. So
yeah,
they're pretty interchangeable. They've got pros, they've got cons. I thought I'd just stick them both.
yeah. We pretty much have the same lineup. I have Avatar. I have Everything Everywhere number 2. Again,
Oh,
wish
okay.
dictating probably, but
Yeah,
like
even higher.
it could happen.
Yeah.
Number 3, the Batman. 4, Black Panther. 5, Doctor Strange.
Okay.
Yeah. Like Doctor Strange makes more sense than Thor. I was just thinking,
Yeah.
Thomas, for makeup and hair, Doctor Strange and Thor: Love and Thunder.
I don't think
Because
Fall Love and Thunder. I think the backlash for
Doctor,
Fall Love and Thunder is too great. Doctor Strange, I
like
guess
with
it
the
does
zombie
have
Doctor Strange,
quite a lot of
because
makeup.
the Doctor, I remember, I'm pretty sure that Doctor Strange makeup and hair artist has been nominated before.
Okay. I would say Black Panther Wakanda Forever is more likely though, and in which case I don't think the makeup and hair category will be nominating two Marvel films. I find that hard to believe.
I would agree, but like I don't know, like Doctor Strange and Thor though they do have transformations for Christian Bale and Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh, Christian Bale, I don't think of. Yeah, yeah, I still very hesitant to
I'm just saying for the
put
short
Fall Love and
list,
Thunder. For the
for
short
the short
list,
list of 10,
maybe.
considering how weak it is, I think it's possible.
Do you
I
think all
really
three
really
get
do
in?
think it's
Do you think
possible.
all three get in?
To the short list? I don't
Yeah,
know. I think
no.
two of them get into the short list. I do
Yeah,
think that two get into the short list.
that yeah,
So
that's very possible.
just something to consider. Circling back to the makeup and hair category. But yeah, no, visual effects. People say Top Gun.
There's no
There's
visual
just
effects in
not
that
enough
movie.
visual
The
effects.
whole
Yeah,
narrative behind that film is we don't
is
have
that there's
visual
no visual
effects.
effects.
Even
Like
if there
yes,
are
there's like the
some,
lasers. There are the
yeah,
lasers and
even if there are
explosions.
some visual effects, which there obviously are some visual effects, the whole narrative behind the film is we're doing this pretty much visual effects free. So I
The
don't
the
see
the
how
the
anyone
only
makes the argument for that.
the only way it gets in is if people just love it so much and it's in
Yeah,
picture, and then they're just like,
like
why not?
it's a film that actively is anti-visual effects, but the
Yeah.
visual effects branch and put it in, it just does not make any sense to me.
The other things that like there's Del Toro's Pinocchio.
For visual,
It's
okay, that's an interesting one for visual
it's
effects.
possible.
Possible.
Like stop motion films have happened. Kubo and the Two
Yeah,
Strings most
yeah.
recently. And then also just other like there are other superheroes things I get like Shazam that I
Black
don't think are
Adam.
gonna be that big
Or
a
is that
thing.
even coming out this year?
Yeah, that's coming out this year.
Okay.
Um,
Good. Great.
but
Can't wait.
I would say the other thing is the two Disney live action things. We do have the live action Pinocchio from Zemeckis.
Yeah.
We
That
also
feels like
have.
just a step above those Disney Plus originals. So I don't think anyone's anticipating that.
You know what's like I haven't heard a peep about
What?
that like feels like it could be a thing is Peter and Wendy. This is
Ethan
the Peter
Windy.
Pan live action. It's coming
Oh
out
wow.
later this year. And you know who it's directed by?
Who?
David Lowery of A Ghost Story and The Green Knight.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He's doing a Peter Pan and Wendy film.
Yeah, he did do Pete's Dragon though, didn't he?
Yeah. So he's done
Yeah.
a thing with Disney before. So maybe that's visual effects.
Maybe, yeah.
It's possible.
Equally again, like, do they? Does the Academy really want to nominate Disney live action remakes anymore? I guess maybe they might, but
I
I
just
certainly
won
don't want to see
costumes
it.
and got a
Yeah,
makeup nom.
that's true. That's true. That's
They
true.
just nominated Mulan and the one and only Ivan in visual
Oh,
effects
did
2 years
they?
ago.
I forgot. Yeah, I forgot they were both things. It
So
could be a thing. It could be another thing to sort of throw in there.
it's just a consideration if they don't want to do 2 Marvel movies.
Yeah, but I don't know. That, like, they're clearly not that phased by doing that.
Yeah. All right, let's go score. What you got?
Score. So number one, I still keep it in there, even though I took it off or took it down a lot. Empire of Light still putting it number one. Number two, Babylon. Number three, The Fablemans. Number four, Women Talking. Number five, still putting it in there. This one might fall out though by the time actual score at The Batman. Still put it in there.
Ooh, okay. So you've left the Batman in.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, here's what I've done, and I'm kind of
Okay.
surprised you didn't put one of these in.
Okay.
So I have Empire of Light number one as well. Jordan
Yeah.
Reisner, Atticus Ross. I have John Williams number two for The Fablemans. Justin
Yeah.
Hurwitz number three for Babylon. I have Hildur Guðmundsdóttir for either Women Talking or Tar. I think Women Talking makes more sense.
I think.
but
Yeah. Exactly.
Tar, it's about an orchestra, so
Yeah, but equally, like, Spencer versus
I think
Power
she
of the
gets
Dog.
in.
Spencer
Right.
was a way better score than Power
Spencer's
of the Dog,
Tar.
and
I agree.
he just didn't get it.
I like Tar's the Spencer, Women
Yeah.
Talking's the Power of the Dog. There are so many comparisons between the two movies.
Yeah.
Like the same composer doing both of them, one being the more artsy thing around a female, like a sole female lead, Women Talking Power of the Dog being the more ensemble pieces, like that were expected to be the critic darlings. There's a lot of similarities about them.
Yeah. And maybe Woman Talking will follow the exact same path as Power of the Dog.
Having a strong female director.
You may seem very clever for about 4 months when Woman Talking is on top, and maybe the front runner, and then it fall off. Who knows?
Just but my number 5.
I'm interested.
My number 5, I've done Bardo because you know who's doing the score?
Who's doing the score for that?
Bryce Dessner.
What's they? What have they done?
Most recently, Cyrano and Come On.
Oh, okay. They do good scores then. I'm saying they because I don't really know the gender of them.
Male.
Male. Okay.
Him. Yeah. But
it's 2022. We shouldn't assume genders.
But no, he's also done the Two Popes.
Okay.
So like, yeah, and he also did. He also got nominated, not at the Oscars, but for a couple things for The Revenant. He worked with him on his last film. So I have it getting in.
Yeah,
I have it getting in.
With Bardo, people do rave about the Batman score, and I thought it was a very good score. I mean, it's Giacchino, but like people rave about it, and I'm like,
I just think it might get forgotten about.
That is the case. That is true. But equally, I think it's in for stuff like makeup and hair and visual effects and maybe probably sound, and therefore, like, I don't know if it'll be completely forgotten about by the time this comes, and therefore I see score getting wrapped up in that package.
Like other things, you have Top Gun Maverick with Hans Zimmer and Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
It's a possibility. It is. Also Pinocchio by Alexander Desplat.
Yeah.
They do love their Desplat scores.
They do love their Desplat scores.
Even though French Dispatch was snubbed. Also Black Panther, Ludwig Göransson.
Yeah.
Something to keep an eye on.
Yeah. This has got quite a lot, actually.
And then Wish Dicting. Everything Ever All at Once.
I thought you might say that. Yeah, no. I mean, if I don't think sound's happening, I think score is even less.
Well, yeah, obviously, but yeah. All right, best song. Speaking of Top Gun, it's "Hold My Hand" by Lady Gaga.
It's still "Hold My Hand" by Lady Gaga. Yes.
I still have one of the sounds from "High in the Clouds" getting into the Paul McCartney thing.
Yeah, number 2.
Like, okay, I haven't heard. It's still slated according to IMDb for 2022. We still don't have like a release date or a trailer or anything, so I'm starting to get a little worried about if this is actually coming out. But for High in the Clouds.
Oh, for High in the Clouds, has it not? Oh, okay.
So,
okay,
like,
I mean, I'd still put it on though.
Yeah, like I still have it in. Like IMDb has it listed as in post-production expected 2022. Okay. So, but this might drop off. Number 3, I have one of the Shawn Mendes, Pasek and Paul songs for LL Crocodile. We got a trailer for it. Like it just makes sense. Number 4, I have Nobody Like You by Billie Eilish and Phineas for Turning Red.
Oh, you took that out and now you put it back in. Okay,
I put it back in.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think they're a massive fan of sort of parody-ish songs. I don't think that is like we saw with last year with Don't Look Up. I mean, it was Ariana Grande, and that didn't get in.
Okay, but this is Billie Eilish who just won.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the same sort of thing. I guess it's the same sort of thing.
Maybe. And then number 5, I have Something from I Want to Dance with Somebody, because maybe that will have a song. It feels like it will
Okay,
have a song. What do you
okay.
have?
I've got number 4, so the same top three: Lady Gaga, McCartney, Mendes. 3, 4, sorry. Black Panther song, just any song from Black Panther.
Kendrick,
That might be a
Doja
thing.
Cat, all rumored. Yeah.
Yeah, and 5. I mean, this is a very tricky category to predict at this point. So I've still got Taylor Swift in for Where the Crawdads Sing. Will
Carolina.
this
Yeah.
happen? Will this happen by the end of the year? Maybe not.
I mean, it's not a
But
terrible song,
yeah,
but like
yeah.
that movie's just forgotten about. Have you listened to the song?
I've not listened to the song,
Okay.
but
Okay.
I mean, it's Taylor Swift, so I'm sure it's competently made.
Yeah. I mean, she's a good songwriter.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
So
if
like,
that sort of thing is to your taste, which it's not
yeah.
mine, but
Yeah. I have mixed feelings on Taylor Swift. I think her quieter stuff is a lot better than her. I find her louder stuff annoying, but I think that her quiet stuff is like where she's actually,
yeah,
writing songs and not just doing like industry pop stuff. I think
yeah,
it's like I think she's a good writer.
yeah. I won't lie. I have not listened to enough of her stuff to even make a qualified judgment about her stuff.
Which okay, slight tangent. All Too Well, the short film is eligible
The
for
one with
best
Sadie
live
Sink.
action short.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw that, and
so
that's not going to be
that's
a thing.
eligible.
No, it's not going to happen though.
It is actually going to be a thing.
Oh, really? Really?
Yeah, no, that's
It's a
100% going to
music
be a
video.
thing.
It's a music
And
video.
it's eligible. Okay, and like I said, I think that song is actually like very well done. In all honesty, like I think
Okay.
that it is a well written song. The short film is very well shot. Like I know, I'd suggest the short film for
Okay.
like
Okay.
check it out.
Yeah.
It isn't
I
it
just
isn't
turn off a bit where she starts singing. And then, what's your Sadie Sink bits?
No, I think that the song is well written. Like I think
Yeah,
it's a
yeah,
good song. I do think that it is a good song. It's just like I don't know. I find it annoying that like the one category, like one of the few categories where it's like actually about like honoring like small artists, is now going to get
yeah,
taken over by music videos. Because Kendrick Lamar also already has a short film that he's submitting, where he starred
yeah,
alongside Taylor Page of Zola fame.
yeah.
We Cry Together. So like it's just going to get
I
taken over
guess
by
the
music videos now.
eligibility
To
for
the
those kind
minor.
of things is just it's murky. It's very murky.
But now the categories, the Oscars are going to televise all 23 categories again, and it's likely
Oh,
because now they're going to
brilliant.
get pop stars in the music,
That's brilliant.
for short film category. But whatever.
Yeah.
But no, watch the All Too Well 10 minute short. Like
I'll watch.
it
I'm
isn't
joking.
bad.
I won't watch it and then turn off the sound. Of course, I won't do that. I will
It
watch it.
isn't bad.
I will watch it.
It's well made. I think it's a good
Yeah,
song. But
yeah,
yeah, I don't know. I just think Carolina's going to be the Taylor Swift, and you can make the argument that it's going to be Billie Eilish and Phineas from Nobody Like You, and I think you could just as easily make the argument. I don't know. I think that Turning Red's
yeah,
going to be way more in voters' mind because it's going to be a big animated feature contender, contrary to Where the Crowded Thing, which everybody will have forgotten about by the time voting starts. Like
yeah.
everybody's already
I,
forgotten about it already.
that is true. That is true. But equally,
Other
like,
option,
I'm sorry, nobody
yeah.
watched 4 Good Days, and that still got
Well,
it.
but that was Diana Warren.
Yeah, I mean, it's just Taylor Swift, though. Yeah. Like, I think with these song categories, they're
Yeah,
bizarre. You don't need to, you don't need to have a good film to get in, or even
that's
a
fair.
memorable film to get in.
Speaking of not a good film, Turn Up the Sunshine, Diana Ross from Minions: The Rise of Gru. She's a previous multiple-time nominee.
Yeah,
That could happen.
it could.
Now just like listening random things, something from Black Panther, yes. Pinocchio song, since that is a musical,
Oh,
could
okay,
happen.
could happen.
And then uh, this is a wish, not even a wish stick, but something that I would love to see happen. Hot Girl, by Charlie
Right.
XCX for Bodies, Bodies, Bodies.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll accept that.
It's
I'll indulge this, which is just blatantly not predicting. Just you, yeah, just saying what you want to be in there. But that's fine. That's
well,
fine.
what
We'll
else?
allow it.
What
We'll
else
allow
is
it.
going to be in the song category? Like,
I don't
what
know.
are our
I
other
don't know.
options?
Not
I mean,
that though.
they're never going to
Whatever
go
that is.
for like a Charlie XCX rap pop song from Bodies,
No,
Bodies, Bodies.
you're right. They're
However,
not.
it would be really fun if that happened.
Yeah.
I think it's a great
No.
original song. Like, it isn't like I
No,
mean, it
I'm not
isn't the most
denying
brilliantly
it won't.
written.
It won't be a good song. I've not listened to it. I'm not denying.
It,
Yeah.
it isn't the most brilliantly written, but I think it does what an original song should do, where it is just so obviously something that one of the like the characters in the film would listen to.
Yeah.
Like
That's true.
it fits perfectly in with the film. So, but anyways,
Yeah.
that's our song predictions.
That is.
3 categories left here. Animated feature. I still got My Father's Dragon.
Now I took it off
Oh,
because
did you go Pinocchio?
I went Pinocchio. I think My Father's Dragon is going to be shafted by Netflix, and Pinocchio is going to be the one
Whoa, really?
that they put pretty much
You
all.
think? Wait, so
Yeah,
you think it's still
I
getting the
think
nom?
Pinocchio. I still got it in the nom because I do think
Okay,
the Oscar clearly do love
but
My
it's
Father's
Cartoon
Dragon. Not
Saloon.
Cartoon Saloon.
It's
Yes, exactly. I still think it gets a nom. But I do think I don't think Netflix will push much into it. I really don't because they've got Pinocchio right there, which we've mentioned it already in a lot of these tech categories. It is an outside contender in a lot of them.
yeah. No, I agree.
Like so, I do
Or
think
visual effects
Pinocchio.
production design
It's also,
film.
let's not forget, it is Guillermo del Toro we are
Yeah.
talking about here. Like he got in last year for Nightmare Alley, and Nightmare Alley was not that great.
So
Um,
yeah.
so,
Okay,
yeah, I've
so
got to
here's the
win.
thing. I have Pinocchio too. Logically, I want to say Pinocchio, and Pinocchio makes more sense. I'm just going to be very stubborn about this Cartoon Saloon thing.
Yeah, and
About
that's
them
fair
finally
enough.
getting the
Like
run.
I do think it still gets a nom because they got a great track record, but they don't have a great track record of winning. And I guess the argument for that is the narrative wise. Oh, this is the one they're going to win for. I feel like that's just quite a random film to win for. I guess in a way.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it could be very good, and they have Netflix
I mean,
backing it.
sure it
But
will be. I'm sure it will be.
yeah,
But that's what I'm saying. I don't know how much Netflix will actually be backing it when they do
yeah,
already have Pinocchio. Did he also have
which is
Wendell and
fair.
Wild, or am I making that up?
So they, and I'm just gonna bring this up. I don't have Wonder Woman Wild in. However, they do have it, and they're sending it to TIFF.
Yes, I know. I know. I've got it in. I've got it in.
You've got. Oh wait, so you think Netflix is gonna get three?
Well, it's either that or Pixar getting two. Which one of them? I've really turned on Lightyear. I really
Yeah, I've
have.
dropped Lightyear off as well. Yeah,
What
I
do you
don't
have
have it
as?
in.
What do you have in there then? Oh, don't tell me you put Minions in there.
No,
Please tell me you didn't put. Okay,
no.
thank you. Thank
So
God for
I
that.
have number one, My Father's Dragon. Number two,
Yeah.
Pinocchio. Number three, I have
Okay.
Strange World. Four, I have Turning Red. Number five, Marcel the Shell with Shoes
Oh,
On.
okay. That makes more sense. Yeah, I left it off. I could see that being a thing.
I think it's
Um,
just gonna have the most passion of any animated film this year. It's going to have like people
it might.
pushing it. It's people are gonna be reminding of it. You know, A24's first venture into animated feature. Like everybody loves this movie.
That is true.
And it's confirmed that it's eligible.
Yeah,
As like
yeah,
a
I
stop
saw that.
motion pick. Like as a 98 on Rotten Tomatoes, Thomas.
Yeah,
98 on Rotten Tomatoes. Like its Metacritic is an 81. Like that's
yeah.
really good.
It's really high. It is really high.
Especially for an
Yeah.
animated film. Like that's really really strong. I know. I think it gets in, and then yeah, I have Lightyear and Wendell and Wild just missing.
Okay, so I've got one Pinocchio, two Turning Red, three Strange World, four Wendell and Wild because it's going to TIFF, which to me automatically even suggests maybe Netflix is prioritizing that even over My Father's Dragon. I don't know. They very well could be. And then five, My Father's Dragon. I still got the Norman. And then yeah, like
Okay,
I
I have a
could very
question.
easily see Marcel getting in. I very easily could.
What are the chances that My Father's Dragon gets pushed?
What did I say? They've got Pinocchio, which is Del Toro. It's
Right,
already going to be,
and
and they've got Wendell and Wild. I think it is
they've
number
decided to
three.
send Wendell on. Yeah, and they've decided to send Wendell and Wild to TIFF. And
Yeah,
like My Father's Dragon, we know nothing about. Like Pinocchio, we have a trailer. Wendell and
yeah.
Wild, we have a poster, and we know they're sending it to TIFF.
So this, I
Like,
think, it's more of a question of Cartoon Saloon's reputation rather than Netflix bringing in anything. I don't think
right.
Netflix will do much for this film. But having said that, Cartoon Saloon
Like
hasn't needed them in the past. They haven't needed them in the past, so I don't see
I
why
don't know. We
they would just
just
suddenly
got the
miss.
cast announcement from My Father's Dragon like 2 months ago.
Yeah, yeah,
Like I still have it number one because I'm being stubborn about Cartoon Saloon.
yeah.
However, like maybe Netflix just pushes this. I don't know.
Maybe, maybe. Who knows?
But yeah. Anyways, I have Marcella and I have Lightyear just missing. Wendell and Wild
Yeah,
just missing. Other than that, what do you have? Minions. You have the
yeah,
bad guys and Puss in Boots as DreamWorks things. And
yeah.
then sad. Oh my God, it's the number four Apollo 10 and a half. Even though it should be like
It should be.
I mean, it should be
Yeah,
getting in. Like, I
yeah.
don't even care how
I
good the
don't see
rest of
why it
these are.
wouldn't
It
get
should be
in,
getting in. Yeah.
but
I mean,
it doesn't
Linklater, it's,
because
yeah,
no one saw it.
it's sadly. It's so
Yeah,
good. Guys, if you're
it
watching
is.
this,
Just watch it. Watch it. Watch it.
please
It's
go watch
great.
Apollo 10 and a half, A Space Age Childhood by Richard Linklater on
And then
Netflix.
just go watch the rest of Linklater's filmography as well
Yeah,
because he's
go watch
great.
the Before
Who
trilogy,
knew?
go watch
He is
Boyhood.
great. Dazed and
Yeah,
Confused. Watch that.
yeah.
Brilliant. School of Rock. Why not?
He's a great filmmaker. He's a great
He is.
filmmaker.
He is.
So yeah, but anyways, Marcel the Shell. Because why the
Why
hell
not?
not?
Yeah, I guess yeah, that's a completely fair take. I'm just also being quite stubborn about My Father's Dragon. I'm actually really not actually that confident about it anymore. That would be, as I said, it's my number 5, so that would be the one I'd take out and replace with Marcel. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. All right. let's talk about international features. So we do have a
Yes.
couple of submission things. Switzerland had their submission, Malaysia had their submission. None of them that big of note. But the big one was Decision to Leave being submitted by Korea. Now, Japan still has the option to submit Broker since they did partially fund the film. It's a Japanese-Korean co-production. So Japan still can submit Broker if they want to, and I don't know if they have that many other contenders. However, typically countries don't submit films that are in another country's language if there's, that type of thing. So
Yeah.
like I don't know, like it's by a Japanese director. It was co-financed by Japanese production companies, so like they can if they want. I don't know if they will. So for now I've left it completely off of my predictions.
Yeah.
Ireland also submitted The Quiet Girl, and I have that getting in.
Okay. Okay.
So The Quiet Girl, it premiered at Berlin. There's a trailer for it out right now. It's gotten rave reviews. It has a 4.2 on Letterboxd. It has a
Oh, that's high. That's
100.
high.
It has a 100 on Rotten
Metacritic.
Tomatoes.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say Metacritic. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
But
I don't believe it's on Metacritic yet, to
Okay.
my knowledge. But it has an 8.2 on IMDb, a 100 on Rotten Tomatoes, and a 4.2 on Letterboxd. It premiered at Berlin. Yeah, it got raves. So Ireland officially submitted it. I have it getting in. I think
Okay.
I think it could be a thing. So the rest of my lineup, I have number 1 Bardo, number 2 Decision to Leave, number 3 I have Close, 4 I have Corsage still, and then number
Okay.
5 I have The Quiet Girl.
Okay. So I've got 1 Bardo, 2 Decision to Leave, 3 Close. The same lineup. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to miss it out of the predictions. I might put it on anyway. I'll put 4 All Quiet on the Western Front, even though we're not.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put 4 All Quiet on the Western Front / Broker. Cover my bases there.
Okay.
Just because why not? Like they're both sort of ambiguous as to whether they will actually be or whatever. And 5, I still put an RRR in. I still think it
Okay.
might have enough steam, and India might submit it. I still think there's a chance
Okay.
for it.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. So with All Quiet on the Western Front, Thomas and I have talked off air. I've seen other predictors put it in, namely the Oscar expert. It is an American-German co-production, and it's in both English and German, from what we know.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it will be eligible.
Yeah. I think if it is, as you mentioned before as well,
If
if
it
it is
is,
eligible, it's in.
If it is, it's in.
Yeah, yeah. Which is my similar feeling towards RRR. Like, if India submits it, I don't see why it wouldn't be in.
I just don't. I'm feeling less and less confident that India is actually going to submit it. In all honesty,
which is maybe the problem. Yeah.
But yeah. So then Corsage, I've been in, submitted by Austria, I believe, has it. Like, it just makes sense. I know France also has Athena as their main thing right now, and Lost Illusions is another thing. I just don't know enough about either of those two films to feel that confident. Though Holy Spider, which would be from Denmark,
Yeah,
I
I've heard about
believe.
this. Yeah.
Initially, I thought it would be from Iran, but it is mainly Denmark. So they would be submitting it. Did very well at Cannes. I think there's a chance. Also, Aramen from Romania, Christian Mungu, previously nominee for 4 months, 3 weeks, and 2 days. This is also supposedly very good. Last little thing, you have Alcaraz from Carla Simone. It won Berlin. It's definitely going to be Spain's submission. They submitted her last film that was a lot smaller. This one won Berlin. There's no reason why they wouldn't submit it.
You say Spain,
unless
definitely.
they do.
There's no reason they shouldn't have submitted Parallel Mothers last year.
Yeah. And they do have official competition as well, I believe. I believe they also do have official competition. So yeah. There's also Layla's Brothers from Iran, which could be a thing. So like there are other options. The Eight Mountains from Italy, which won the silver. I think the jury prize. One of the jury prizes. I think they were in pre-jury prize from Cannes. So there are options. But yeah, I don't know. The Quiet Girl, from just the reviews I've been hearing, Corsage from how strong I've been hearing Vicky Krieps is, and then the obvious top 3, Close, Decision to Leave, and Bardo.
Yeah. No, they're all very fair picks.
And then if All Quiet on the Western Front is eligible, then I think that goes in, and then obviously Broker, then that's just your 5.
Yeah, I agree with that. I 100% agree with that.
So yeah, but keep an eye out on The Quiet Girl, everybody.
Yeah, we'll do.
All right, documentary. What you got?
Okay, number 1. Now, I'm taking a punt at this one. I did not realize they were making a documentary about Sidney Poitier. That's butchered second name, but number 1, because why not? Like, one of the most beloved filmmakers of all time, great actor, and they're making a documentary about him. It just feels sort of right. And also, I had Fire of Love winning the past few times we've done this. That never felt right. That always felt like a placeholder pick, waiting for something more of a thing to actually come up. I've still got Fire of Love 2, Navalny is still 3, Descendant 4, and I did put Moon Age Daydream in as well because I've been hearing things about it. So thought why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my top 5.
Okay, I've also found a new winner.
Okay, wow.
Because again, Fire of Love, I liked it a lot
Yeah,
when I saw it. I think it's very good. I think it will get nominated. It also never felt right.
yeah.
I have All the Beauty and the Bloodshed.
Is this a Ukrainian one by any chance?
No.
No, it's not. Okay, wow.
So all the beauty, all the beauty and the bloodshed. So this film is directed by Laura Poitras. She's previously won Best Documentary Feature for Citizen 4 in 2015. It is the New York Film Festival centerpiece. It is the second documentary in the history of the festival to be one of the like big gala picks, opening night, closing night, or centerpiece. You know what the only other one was?
What?
13th, which won the Oscar in 2016.
Okay.
It is about a member of the Golden family's fight against opioid addiction and the Sackler
Okay.
family. The
Good
Sackler
concept.
family primarily focused in the TV show Dope Sick, which Michael Keaton is making a strong run for
Oh,
at the
okay.
Emmys.
Yeah.
So it's going to be on people's mind.
I
Dope Sick
see
is
where this is
getting
going. Yeah.
limited series. Look at all of those elements. It's also going to TIFF, and I think it's rumored to be hitting Venice. Like this could be this is the only film possible left that I think could be hitting all 4 festivals as well. All 4 fall film festivals, a previous winner in the category, in the documentary category. It's linked to a show that's going to be doing very well at the Emmys. And like it's it's alongside 13th as far as being a top contender at New York.
Okay. You know what?
Look at all those elements.
I'm gonna put it in. I'd not heard about it before. That is the reason I didn't have
Okay.
it in. I'll put it in. And you know what? I'm gonna take this opportunity to snub Navalny. I've been wanting to do it for a while.
Whoa!
I've been wanting to do it for a while. We said in our review for it. You can check that on the channel somewhere. Probably ages ago at this point. We felt it snubbable.
Wow.
They always have a front runner. Maybe this is stupid because it could still win. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
But no, we're taking it out. We're taking it out. All the beauty and the bloodshed. Even Navalny.
I wouldn't have done that, but
Well, we're doing it. We're doing it.
all right.
Don't make me regret it.
All right.
I already regret it. No, we're putting it in. Right, there we go. I'll just recap my order because I feel like it's got a bit confused at this point. Sydney, Fire of Love, All the Beauty and the Bloodshed, Descendant, Moon Age Daydream. Those are my top 5.
All right. I'll go down the rest of my lineup now that I've spoken on All the Beauty and the Bloodshed for a while. So yeah, I have that winning. I think I've laid out my reasons fairly fairly clearly. Fire of Love I still have at number 2. Navalny I have at number 3. Moon Age Daydream at number 4, which I'm so excited. I'm a massive David Bowie fan, so I'm quite excited about that. And then number 5 I have Descendant. It's gonna be the big Netflix thing. Just
so
outside, I have Sydney at number 6.
Okay.
I need to know a bit more about it.
I guess so. But I mean, going off the concept alone, it's got to be a contender, surely.
Yeah,
surely.
no, like I said,
it's also surely not the sort of thing you snub. Like if the Oscars snubbed that, the outcry that would entail, surely they can't snub it.
I know. I just it's not going to any fall fest, and typically the big documentary contenders go to at least one festival, whether it be Sundance or like TIFF or New York, which are like the big documentary ones. So yeah, I have a number 6. Number 7, I have The Territory, another National Geographic thing. This is big at Sundance by Alex Pritz. It's produced by Darren Aronofsky, and it's about the deforestation of the Amazon rainforest and about how Brazilian farmers are trying to like stop that. Yeah. So I think it could be a thing. It was very well received, a 96 on Rotten Tomatoes and 88 on Metacritic. 88 on Metacritic.
I mean, I guess that's the sort of film that's very hard to dislike. Like, I guess if you're disliking a film that's very anti-deforestation, you know.
Yeah. And then also Lucy and Desi. I still have maybe kind of hanging on at number 8. And then The Janes at number 9, which Call Jane just had a trailer come out. Remember when that was a thing?
Yeah.
Because but yeah. All right. Also speaking of New York Film Festival, because we did just get the lineup. The Inspection is the closing night film for that. It is an A24. It's an
already excited. Film. No, you don't need to say the rest. Just say A24 and I'm sold.
So, do you want to know the premise of this?
Yeah, yeah.
A young gay black man rejected by his mother and with few options for his future decides to join the Marines, doing whatever it takes to succeed in the systems that would cast him aside.
I mean, listen to that concept.
I mean,
Just listen to it.
it's
Yeah,
A24. It was selected to be the closing film of New York. It's also going to TIFF.
yeah. Is that documentary or narrative?
It's a
Documentary,
narrative.
sure. A narrative.
It's a
Wow,
narrative feature.
wow.
I'm just saying, we always have this one fall festival thing that just blows us away.
Yeah, maybe it's this. Maybe it's this.
I'm just
Something to
saying,
look out for. Something to look out
keep
for.
an eye out on it. It just caught my eye when that was the closing night film of New York Film
Yeah,
Festival. I was like, what is
that's
this?
big. That is.
Because it was White Noise, and then it was All the Beauty and the Bloodshed was their centerpiece, and then it was
Yeah,
that as their closing night. It was like, wow, why have I not heard of this A24 film?
yeah, yeah. Equally, it's A24 though. You do have to worry about what they will try to be pushing. Because
Yeah.
can they push
Well,
both
the
of
other
them?
thing is, I think that might just be next year, similar to what I was saying with After
Oh,
Sun.
if it's
I
next year,
still
if
think it
it's
would.
next year, sure. Yeah,
I still think it would make a lot of sense. I still think they might push After Sun for this year, but like either After Sun or this, the inspection. I
yeah,
think they'll at least keep one for next year.
yeah. That would make
So
sense.
yeah, but
But
that was a long show. It
long
was a
show,
very long
indeed.
show,
Lots to
but
talk about though. Lots
a lot
changed.
to talk
Lot of
about.
stuff like that. Yeah,
Absolutely. So thank you so much if you made it through all of this. You probably didn't, but
yeah.
but yeah. So we'll probably start doing these monthly now. This
Probably.
is
Wow.
we're down to
We're in
monthly.
award season. We're
I know.
finally
Yeah,
there.
the next time we'll do these, will like Venice and TIFF will have already happened, and we'll be in the middle of New York Film Festival.
Yeah, and in October, we'll mark a year anniversary of us doing this, which
Yeah,
is yeah. Wow.
yeah,
How time flies.
yeah, yeah. But thank everybody so much for watching, and we will see you soon for more Oscars content. Thomas is back. It's very exciting.
Yeah.
Um,
Thank you.
but stay safe, everybody.
Yeah.
You can do the subscribe and like thing if you'd like. And goodbye.
No, you have to.